Hello and welcome to Build Up to a Good Game. Hopefully, there's nothing kicking off. Kick off an hour and there'll be a few people kicking off in the live chat though if they haven't already seen the team. But kick off and an hour and 5 minutes away from St Mary's, which means the lineups are out already. They're scrolling along the bottom of your screen as we speak. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm looking forward to seeing what you've all got to say in regards to the starting 11 for West Ham, because interesting, I think, is one way of wording it, and I think that's maybe the kind way of wording the starting 11 that Lopetegui's gone with today. But thank you very much for joining me. If you're watching live, please get involved in the live chat. I'm riding solo for the first half of the show, and then Nick and Northie will be here to do the watch along for the game, and I'll be back to do the review at full time as well. So it's just me and you guys for the first half hour. So the more people in live chat, the easier the show, really. I'm relying on you for content. Anyway, James is saying it's a woeful lineup, and he doesn't look too happy to see Rodriguez and Mavropanos starting. Kerry says, would hope everyone's had a great Christmas. Would rather have Soler and Alvarez in midfield with Kudus number 10, but here's hoping for a convincing win. She thinks that Mavropanos is a bit of a concern. Mark saying Rodriguez over Alvarez, really? With a sad face. And I think there's a little bit of sarcasm from Charlie, who says, love it when you see Mavropanos in the starting 11. Jennifer saying, what's going on with Somerville? What's he done to not get a starting place? Anyway, I don't think people are keen on the starting 11, so let's go through the West Ham team this afternoon. In goal is Lucas Fabianski, with a back four of Adam Wan-Bissaka at right back, Mavropanos and Kilman at centre back, and Emerson at left back. In midfield, we've got Rodriguez, who has come in and just, no spoilers, but Alvarez is on the bench, so it looks like it's just a tactical decision from Lopetegui, a personnel choice rather than any injury or anything like that. So Rodriguez starts with Carlos Sol and Thomas Souček, Dryburn on the right, Mohamed Kudus on the left, and then Niklas Füllkrug up front for West Ham today. Yeah, I'm not happy. I am not happy. I'll be honest with you. When I seen that team come out, I would have preferred Todibo, but I can sort of accept it. And the only reason I can sort of accept it is because either Todibo's got a sore toe or he's got this dispute going on with Lopetegui, depending on what you believe. Not everybody believes there was a falling out. I believe there was, and I believe that this is the sort of the punishment. So Mavropanos starts, and I think the thing is he's done okay, Mavropanos. The problem is he just makes me incredibly nervous. Even when we played Wolves, I thought Mavropanos was excellent, but he still should have conceded a penalty. So even on his best games, he's still doing something that's very clumsy at the other end of the pitch. The midfield, though, I think is just bad. Rodriguez, Soler, Souček. It's not the most inspiring midfield. Now, I don't think it needs to be the best midfield in the world today. We're playing Southampton away. We'll get onto their team and have a look at it. We are playing the worst team in the league today. They're bottom of the league, but it's not a very inspiring central midfield from West Ham. Rodriguez, Soler, and Souček. I would have preferred Alvarez to start over Rodriguez, and I don't really mind the Soler Souček thing. I get you. Personally, as per the preview, I would have started Somerville instead of Souček for this one, just to have that extra attacker on the pitch, because we are up against Southampton, and I would like to see Kudus central, and then therefore Somerville on the left. But that's what he's gone with. The front three, it's picking itself at the minute because he's obviously not keen on Somerville. And listen, Somerville's been hit and miss, right? I think there's been some games he's come off the bench and looked good. Some games he's come on and looked a bit anonymous. There's some games he started and looked good. And there's some games he started and looked anonymous in. So I understand why there's maybe a reluctancy over Somerville. However, I don't think he's had a really fair crack yet. I think he keeps coming in and out of the team. And this is the type of game you should be playing him in, away to the team bottom of the Premier League. I think you've got to go a bit more attacking for this one. So I'm a bit disappointed. Füllkrug up front, listen, he stunk the gaff out against Brighton. Let's not pretend he was even decent. He was crap against Brighton. But I'm pleased to see him start, because we've got to get him up and running. And I know he's looking like he's heading for the exit door in January, but then we need him to be doing well so a team will come in and get him. I've seen him linked to Juventus. We're not going to pay for him if he's standing around doing nothing at West Ham. I'm pleased to see him start because I think he's still a good player. And I think out of everybody in the squad, bar Bowen, he's the one most likely to put the ball in the back of the net at the other end. So I'm okay with Fulkrug start. I appreciate not everybody wanted to see Fulkrug start, but I did. So I'm happy with that. It's just a team. It's just not very inspiring, is it? I haven't really been looking forward to today's game. And when the starting 11 came out against Brighton, because Fulkrug started, it sort of piqued my interest. Like, oh, hang on a minute. And I'm looking for, I got a bit more excited when the lineup came out. Today's done the opposite. Lineups come out, and I've just thought, it might be enough to win the game. And I know Southampton have got a new manager. I don't really care. Leicester City have got a new manager. Yes, they beat us. But Ruud van Nistelrooy's been crap since the West Ham game and playing Danny Ward, for example. So it doesn't mean Southampton are a good team. Southampton are still a crap team. You look at Southampton's team, which we will do, it's still one of the weaker starting 11s in the Premier League. I think only Leicester have a weaker starting 11 than the Saints. We've got to win today. Is this the starting 11 to win the game? I'm not too sure. And it's disappointing to being in the Premier League for over a decade, spent over 100 million in the summer transfer window, and you're looking at the team thinking, it's not great. It's not a good place to be in, is it? Anyway, we're going to take a look at the West Ham bench very quickly. Then we'll switch back to the starting 11s. So the bench for West Ham is Areola, Soufal, Creswell. Todibo is on the bench. Alvarez, Irving, Somerville, Guilherme, and Danny Ings. And I have one complaint over the bench. And I appreciate it's maybe a little bit whingy, but this is my opinion. Where's all this Scarles, right? And the reason for my complaint is I thought he struggled against Brighton, like really struggled against Brighton. I thought he looked comfortable enough in the previous game against Wolves. I thought he looked comfortable when he came on. But against Brighton, I thought he really struggled and he couldn't cope with maintain. In the end, he had to get moved over to the right-hand side to accommodate that. But I don't see how he's gone from like the second substitute to not even in the matchday squad. And the youngsters, the only way these youngsters are going to learn is through experience like that. And I'd imagine, I would expect if Scarles come on today, he wouldn't allow his runner to get in behind him so easily as he did at the weekend. And it just feels a little bit like, this is one of the complaints I had last season. Form doesn't really matter when it comes to the bench. It's senior players. Whoever is the most senior gets onto the bench. Because as we've seen in recent weeks, Guilherme barely gets a sniff. So what's he on the bench for? What's Irving on the bench for? You don't need Alvarez plus Irving. Does Creswell need to be on the bench? I don't know. It's just a little bit frustrating. I know it's a small thing, but it felt like one step forward, giving Scarles and Casey a handful of minutes, and 2 steps back again. Because like, oh, well, we've got enough senior players now. You're not required for the bench. Even though you're possibly the better option, we ain't going to be doing it. Anyway, that's West Ham starting 11. The Southampton starting 11 is on your screen as well, and it's as follows. A back 5 or a back 3 for Southampton, depending how you want to look at it. And Ramsdale in goal with a back 3 of Harwood, Bellis, Bednarek, and Wood. Sugawara at right wing back and Kyle Walker-Peters at left wing back. Flynn Downs, former Hammer Flynn Downs, is in midfield, as well as Fernandez and Ogchukwu. I know he's from Chelsea. I know where he's from. I just don't pronounce his name. Then up front, they've got Armstrong and Nacho, who we were linked to quite a lot. He's 6'7", that striker. We were linked to him quite a bit when he played in Belgium. The bench for Southampton this afternoon is McCarthy's on there alongside Breen Manning. Then Ryan Fraser's on the bench with Aribo, Adam Lallana, as well as Kamaldeen and Dibbling. I didn't even notice he was even starting 11. It's a bit surprised to see Dibbling on the bench rather than starting and Cameron Archer. So that's your Saints starting 11 today. Let's have a little look and see what you're saying in the live chat. Dallas is saying, why is Vampano starting again? No Somerville. Anyway, I'll try to keep it positive, if only to keep Jamie Carragher quiet. Brian said Rodriguez also needs to put in a good game if he wants his move in January. That's true. That's very true. David said Todibo should be the defense, should be defensive, slow midfield again. Somerville should be on the left, Kudus through the middle. Evan says perhaps an improvement on having Paqueta start, but only just. Peter says after today we have an awful run of games up to the end of January, so this is a must win to give us some breathing space. I completely agree with that. We've got Liverpool, Man City, Villa in the cup, Fulham. It's a tricky one. Scott said, I can't believe Alvarez isn't in the starting 11. It's shocking. Leo says it reeks of keeping it tight for 60 minutes and having our subs win the game. The problem is, even looking at the bench, I know Somerville's on there. Apart from that, it doesn't really feel like we've got loads of game-changing options on there. James says, Mavropanos, Bozo minute guess. He's going to go to 48 minute. I think in the first half, because we're playing away, I think Southampton will be up for it. Drain Hole says, piss poor having no youth on the bench. It's disappointing as we are the academy. The team doesn't look that exciting. Roy says, a very uninspiring squad. The only decent midfielders, Solar. Not confident we will win. Board draw 1-1. That's my prediction in the preview, and I'm going to stick with that one as well. 1-1. Frustrating. Paul saying, Onuachu is going to be a proper handful for our centre-backs and defensive midfielders. Think he will score and win a lot of fouls. Glenn says, why are we playing a player who wants no purpose being here? Circus is still in town. And Hasib said Lopetegui will be gone next 3-4 games. Well, this is just it. You know, if we don't win today, I think the pressure's still on him. I don't think it's been removed, even though, you know, we picked up, 4 points for 5 points the last 3 games, isn't it? A draw against Brighton, a draw against Bournemouth, a win against Wolves. The form doesn't look that bad for West Ham, but the performances haven't really been there, bar the first half against Bournemouth, in my opinion. And I don't think the pressure's gone. I've seen more people doubling down on wanting Lopetegui out than I have saying, okay, maybe he deserves a little bit of time. I think even though the results have improved a little bit, it does feel like we're just delaying the inevitable. I think we'll get something from today's game, but as many have mentioned, our fixtures are not kind. And I watched the first half of Man City against Everton just now, and I've watched them against the likes of Aston Villa. I've seen quite a bit of them recently, and they look rubbish at the minute. Man City just looks stale. And I should be watching Man City today, struggling against Everton at home, thinking, do you know what? I fancy our chances when we play them. But I'm not. I'm watching them thinking they'll still beat us. Like, this is the worst Man City in years, since Pellegrini, Mancini, Mark Hughes days almost. But yeah, you still look at it and think, nah, we won't lay a glove on them. I don't know what the score is currently. It was 1-1 when I came to do this video, but it just looks stale at the minute, City. Anyway, we shall see. David says it's a poor lineup. Scott saying if we doesn't win, he has to go. It's getting silly now. He isn't going to pick up points in the next ones after this. Jay said didn't want to see the full crew, but hope he does well. Despite the lineup and the overriding sentiment from most fans, he is confident. Gaza saying the manager's a loser and he plays a team like losers. He needs to go. Everyone wants Somerville left. Bowen right, Kudus behind full crew, but the manager doesn't listen. I don't want him to listen to the fans, to be fair. I don't really want to see Lopetegui picking a team based on what the fans want, but I appreciate what you're saying. It is still a little bit frustrating. AJ says, I have a question. Does a young midfielder on loan like Chukwuemeka and an extra left back that good with possession make Lopetegui look better? This split of Moyes, Lopetegui players are a big problem. I don't know. I think we need to do something in January transfer window, though. I don't even know what. I think there's almost too much to do. Right, let me just load up. Paddy Power is playing up earlier. I'd rather use Paddy Power because it's got the super sub part on it, so it makes the bet last 90 minutes. Still playing up. Right, okay. We're going to have to switch over to Denise's bookies. Right, what we're going to do now, we're going to compile a little bet. And if the bet wins, we're going to give one of you guys the money. Hopefully, win someone a little bit of Boxing Day Wonga. So get your suggestions into the live chat, please. What we should be putting in today's bet. Someone to score, someone to get booked, shots on target, West Ham to win, maybe. Put it in, whatever you fancy. Paqueta is not injured. He is suspended. Paqueta is suspended for this game. We've got a few players currently on 4 yellow cards. So Thomas Souček, Guido Rodriguez. I think there's another one. Is it Mavropanos? I think they're all on 4 bookings. So there could be a few suspensions for the Liverpool game as well. But that's why Paqueta is absent today. he picked up his 5th booking against Brighton. Graham said, the thing I keep coming back to is that no matter what progress we make, Sullivan's poor judgment pushes us back. Bad manager appointments, meddling in transfers. It's hard to see how it gets better. Jeff says, not happy about seeing Rodriguez in the lineup. Should be feeling more confident about this game, but don't. Yeah, I'm annoyed about how I don't feel confident. It's really irritated me, actually, that I don't feel like we're going to be honest with you, smash Southampton, win comfortably. And when I say smash Southampton, I don't mean 4-0. I mean just 2-0, but it to be a comfortable, straightforward victory. That's what I'm hoping for. I mean, we should be feeling like when we play a team bottom of the league, but not really feeling it. Anyway, get your suggestions into the live chat, what we should do for the bet. A couple of Flynn Downs booking shouts have come in so far. Rodriguez booking, Mavropanos booking. There's a few card shouts for this one. Get it into the live chat, what you're feeling. I think we might have to go for a West Ham win. But saying that, I like to go for something that I believe will happen. We can't put a Lopetegui yellow card. And a couple of people said, I'm not against a Lopetegui booking. It's just not something that's available for the selection. So I think player to score or assist. Let's put a little bit of Jared Bowen in there to get us up and running because we're going to score. There's a good chance that Jared Bowen has had something to do with it. I'm not going to do Edson Alvarez yellow card because he's on the bench, so there's no point putting that one in. Thomas Souček shot on target. We'll do that because he should be a little bit further forward with Carlos Soler back in the team. So we'll put a Souček shot on target in there as well. Who do we fancy to get booked then? We've got Downs, Rodriguez, anyone in particular we fancy? And we'll do West Ham not to lose, right? We'll be cautious. West Ham not to lose. And we'll do that on the attitude to have a shot on target as well. No, we won't. He's not available. Nice one, Denise. Denise doesn't let us do him, so we can't do that. We'll do Rodriguez booking then. Hopefully he doesn't get subbed off, and that'll do. Certainly small odds, but it'll do. Right, 100 quid. If this bet wins, someone's getting 100 quid. That's what we're doing. There's 4 things we need to happen. If this bet wins, someone's getting £100 cash tonight from Hammers Chat. Got Jared Bowen to score a goal, Thomas Souček to have a shot on target, Guido Rodriguez to get booked, and West Ham to not lose. Feels straightforward. So Jared Bowen to score, Souček to have a shot on target, West Ham not to lose, and Rodriguez to get booked, £100 cash. There's no phrase that pays today because it spams the chat, and I need the live chat for interaction. So just get your thoughts into the live chat about the West Ham team, and if you do that, you're entered into the bet giveaway. And while you do that, I'm just going to quickly change the border because I forgot to put the Match Bingo one on. Because this video is sponsored by Match Bingo. Anyway, some of us aren't really looking forward to today's game. So if you want to add a little bit more excitement, something else to look forward to during the match, you can do that with the Match Bingo app. Links in the description below to download it. When you download it and you sign up for free, if you deposit £10, they will give you £10 credit to play with. And in this game in particular, there's a promotion on. If you buy 4 cards, you will get the 5th card free. So you get 5 cards for the price of 4. You'll need 15 events to occur in the match, but you don't necessarily need to get all 15 in order to win some money. Pays like the first person to get the first line, first person gets 2 lines, and first person to get the full house. Plus, there's a bonus pot as well for anyone that got the full house but was not first to it. So there's £250 up for grabs in this game, and it's £2 per play. It is a gambling app, so please do gamble responsibly. However, that's something the app does take into consideration when they were doing this, and they donate some of the profit to charity as well. Now, if you've already downloaded Match Bingo, thank you very much. They have done an update last week. There's new games on Match Bingo now, so they're taking a look back at some of the old games. So it's a little bit more fun because they can guarantee winners that way. And in January, what we'll be doing on Hammers Chat here during don't know when yet, but during an evening or a weekend day, we're going to be re-watching the Europa Conference League final. We'll be doing a watch-along. Myself and Gonzo will be hosting it, doing a watch-along, interacting with you subscribers on the live chat with the Conference League game on, and we will be doing a Match Bingo card as well for it, and there'll be a guaranteed winner. So anyway, get involved. Thank you very much. Right then, let's have a look and see what you are saying in the live chat. Get your thoughts in. No, Gonzo. Nope, He's having his Christmas day today. So he's away with his family today. Gonzo's away down to see his mum and his old man, and he is watching the game, but he's just having time with the family today. So that's where Gonzo's absent today. Philip says, poor lineup, no pace in midfield. It's going to be a slow game for us today. Amsterdam said, Rodriguez in starting 11. What is in? But Reddy says, Füllkrug is scoring today. I hope so. I think so as well. I think so too. But I do like Füllkrug. And he says, Rodriguez wants away. Lopetegui picks him. Shows he's a Lopetegui pick. The strange thing is, he hasn't picked him. It feels like a little while since he's picked Rodriguez, and even in the games he's come on like the 88th minute and stuff. Feels like a bit of a strange one for me. Gaming says, if we lose today, I'll almost be at the point of calling Lopetegui our worst manager, taking over from Avram Grant. Not quite for me. I think Avram Grant's comfortably the worst manager I've ever seen at West Ham. But it doesn't mean I like Lopetegui. We're comparing him to the worst manager I've ever seen at West Ham. Evan says Southampton have only scored 11 goals in 17 matches. They're not a good team. They're going to get relegated, even with this new manager. I don't know much about him. His CV doesn't look great, but anyway, we'll see. Clayton says, why aren't Tadibo, Sufal, Alvarez and Somerville starting? Southampton are bottom of the league. Got us down for the win. Not even sure we can get a draw with this team selection. Drain Hole says we're going to win 2-1 and Mohamed Kudus is going to be scoring. And Graham says he got Surfshark yesterday, so he loves seeing Morecambe and Wise Christmas special for the first time in forever over here. I assume what you're suggesting is you got Surfshark, you then change your location to say you were in the UK, and because of that, you were able to watch Morecambe and Wise. If so, you're using it correctly. Well done. Thank you to everybody. I haven't ignored everybody that's just put messages in, but I'll click on Dave's. Grace is doing good. So Christmas Eve, we got home Christmas Eve. 7:15 left in the evening. We left the hospital car park, so she's been here a couple of nights now, but she's doing good. Thank you. We are adjusting to having a baby in the house, but it was good to be home. That's the most important thing. It was nice to get out of that bloody place. Stephen's asking for the subs, and Jason is going to take the subs to win the game. So the West Ham subs are on your screen now. I won't go through them again now, but just scrolling across the bottom of your screen there. Baratelli says Downs will run around Rodriguez and Souček today. John said Scars is not in the squad because he's just not good enough at this level and he needs to go out on loan. Lee says, win, lose, or draw, I have still put on a stone. I mean, if you were stick thin, then good. But you've also gained a hat as well, Lee. You've also gained a hat yesterday. Westwood said, we've got to beat them. They're not very good. He's going to go 2-0 West Ham. Mark says, if we lose today, that'll be 3 defeats on the trot. Will that get... We haven't lost. We haven't lost in the last 3. Unless I'm misunderstanding it, Mark, but we've certainly not lost the last 2 games. Draw against Brighton, I think it's an all right result. A draw against Bournemouth, I think, is a decent result. And a win against Wolves, decent result. The performance is a different conversation, but I think if we lose today, he'll keep his job. I'm very confident he won't get sacked because 3 games unbeaten going into this one. Unless Mark means we're going to get beat by Liverpool and Man City, then I can see where he's coming from. But I can't have been the only one watching Liverpool dismantle Spurs thinking, I can't be arsed with this. I'm already dreading. Yeah, there you go, Mark. I got you now. We'll lose to Liverpool and City. Yes. I'm not sure they'd sack him even after that because I think the board will go, yeah, but it's Liverpool and Man City. Everyone loses to them. Not like everyone loses to City at the minute, but I think that's what that would be what you hear, I think. Jeff says already worried about the Liverpool game. We're not even played this one. Yeah, I was like that when I was watching Liverpool run wild against Spurs. I was dreading our game against them. I was thinking, oh no, I don't want to. Can't be arsed. James said, I'd like to have seen this manager try some youth against a side bottom with only 6 points on the board at Christmas. Guilherme and Somerville plus 1 or 2 of the academy boys would have been good. Per said, finding it harder and harder to watch Lopetegui waste this season. And Nick says, I don't think Scarles isn't in the squad because Lopetegui doesn't trust Creswell, but we'll give him some game time today and Scarles will be back for. I think he's in. I think Scarles isn't in the squad because he's a youth player, and I know Guilherme's a similar age, but I think he's on the bench because he costs 25 million, whereas Scarles is from the academy. Personally, I think that's why it is, and it's not. This isn't a Lopetegui thing. It's not even a West Ham thing. It happens at every Premier League club, really, where you almost pick the senior players for the bench, and if there's any spaces left, then you pick the youth ones. I think it takes a bit of stones to leave out your senior players and put youngsters on there instead. I think it takes a bit of cojones as a manager, because the club at the end of the day are paying tens of thousands of pounds to these senior players, and you're putting academy ones on there and leaving out these guys who are earning a lot of money. You've got to justify it a little bit as a manager. I think that's my opinion anyway. Scott, I did see City's bench. What was it? Gundogan, De Bruyne, and a load of kids. Mubama was on the bench. He was on the bench for Man City. I seen the bench, and I seen him sat on the bench just after half time, chilling there. I assume he hasn't come on. Otherwise, I think everybody would have said in the live chat. But still 1-1 with 6 minutes of injury time to go at the Etihad. Jeff says Lopetegui gets money in January, then he's staying for the season. We need to find some gems in Championship, a striker. See, the thing is, if we are serious about keeping this new infrastructure, January spending shouldn't mean you're backing Lopetegui. It should mean that you're backing director of football, but we'll see. Lee's asking, will we selling Julian Dicks armbands? We can, yeah, we can do. I've got a few. I've got quite a few. They're out of this room, so I can't show you them. We've got them. We've got Di Canio. I've got some Mark Noble ones, but we don't have loads of Mark Noble ones. So I'm not sure we'll sell the Mark Noble ones. We might keep them for giveaways, but we're more than happy to sell some Julian Dicks ones, and could probably sell some Di Canio ones, but I'm not sure about the Mark Noble ones. Wait and see. But email us, Lee. You've got our email address. Just let me know you want a Julian Dicks one. I'll work out what we paid for them, and I'll tell you how much they are. Charlie's parked up in Southampton. He's off to the ground, hopefully in time for kickoff. Yeah, you'll make it. Hopefully, we're not 1-0 down by the time I get there. Team looks shocking, but never mind. Come on, you Irons. Judah said, I think youth players were possibly being given Christmas off to be with their families. Dorset says, always a drama at this club. One day we'll get it right. We all live it. No chance. Absolutely no chance. Pete says 3-1 West Ham. Where is Todibo in the starting lineup? He might still have a sore toe. Elbow said, I watched the video of the players pulling out their training gates in the Audis, Mercedes, Range Rovers, and Antonio in his Ferrari. Irving pulled out in a Nissan Juke. What a man. What a man. Did you see there was a video of them like getting asked, what's your favourite food at Christmas? And because there's a lot of foreign players, it's not necessarily Christmas dinner. Thomas Souček said potato salad, and like Fabianski picked a Polish dish and stuff. So everybody was picking whatever. And Andy Irving said sausages and blankets. Sausages and who calls it that? I've never heard anyone call it that. Surely you're going to call it sausages in something. It's then in bacon, but not. You can't say half of it. It's like saying piggies in bacon. You don't say that either. Anyway, sausages and blankets is what he called them. Kiyoshi says, do you think Füllkrug will score / play well? I'm not sure about playing well. I like him. I do actually like Füllkrug. I think if we play the right tactics, I think you can make him a good striker. It's just I'm not sure we will. He wasn't good against Brighton, but I do think he was on a bit of a hiding to nothing in the sense that he just got the ball belted at him. There wasn't much he could do. Obviously, pretty much soon after we made the change, Bowen then had that shot which led to Kudus scoring, which makes Füllkrug look worse. But Bowen got very little service after that. I think we're just crap at creating chances and open play, really. Whether it's Füllkrug up front or Jared Bowen up front, I don't think we create many chances. So I think any striker is going to struggle. I still want to. I want to see us sign a new striker in January because obviously Antonio's out for the season. Ings, I think, has looked okay at times, but it's not enough. Füllkrug doesn't want to be here, so I do think we need a new striker. But I don't think a new striker comes in and simply succeeds just like that. West Ham. I think we're going to have the same issue, which is lack of chance creation for whoever that striker is. Saying that, it's not the best defense today. We need to see a much improved performance from Füllkrug. I think he looked okay against Bournemouth. He looked rusty, but I thought his movement was quite good. Unlucky with his header, but we need to see a good performance from him. Mark says, should be a 3-4 goal game. Problem is, with Lopetegui, that could be either way. I'm hoping for a 3-1 win. Andy says the lineup's rubbish. David says, I've gone back to a time when Moyes was here and we were rubbish. Gave the manager and team too much credit for dire 1-1 or 0-0 results. Just say, get rid of Soffel. David, you need to listen. I'm the one with hearing aids and struggle to hear. Listen, I've said plenty of times I don't want Lopetegui. Just because you don't say it in every video doesn't mean it's not true. It gets a bit repetitive. Listen, go back and listen to the review of Brighton again, where I said it was 2 crap teams. Decent result, but 2 crap teams. Listen, there's a little bit of confirmation bias where you're concerned, David. Pay attention. Leo says, second day I mention it. I know, but not everybody. Yesterday's video was a Christmas Day video. Not everybody's going to watch the Christmas Day stream, Leo. So that's why I'm doing it again, because it's a different audience, I think. Like I said, we can bring in one current West Ham player, irrespective of realism, saying at West Ham. I'll keep it. I'll keep it realistic. I think James McAtee. I think he would be a really good signing for us. I do think it's a realistic shout. Another, in terms of unrealistic, I don't know, because you can pick the best player in the world and he's going to struggle at West Ham, isn't he? I do think we need a striker. Not sure who. I picked out Richarlison, but he appears to be injured again, because I think Richarlison may be, and there's a Spurs thing, which is a problem, but I do think he may be available, and I think he'll be a good signing for a club which is in the bottom half of the Premier League, which is what we are. I think Liam Delap would be a top signing for us, maybe. I think he looks like a really, really good striker with more to come, so I think he'd maybe be somebody that I'd happily see us spend a small fortune on. Trying to think if there's anyone on the fringes. I'll tell you someone I do want. I haven't said this, so I'm going to say it now. And the reason I haven't said it is because in the summer, I remember saying I wanted a certain player, and then there was an element of copying content going on. So I get a little bit hesitant sometimes, but hopefully that person's not watching this video, right? I'll tell you somebody I would spend tens of millions on in the summer. And it's a little bit unrealistic, but I think there's an element of realistic to it, right? And that's Keller of Liverpool, the goalkeeper. Because he's going to have to leave Liverpool to be number one. I think Alisson's too good. And if Alisson doesn't go this summer, I think Keller will. And Keller spoke about leaving Liverpool, so he's open to leaving. And personally, I think the right move for him would be to go to Chelsea. And I think he'd be an outstanding choice for Chelsea to spend a load of money on him, because I think Sanchez is crap. But I'd happily see us spend, I don't know, 40 million or something on Keller, something like that. Just, I think he's a keeper good enough for Liverpool, but Liverpool have, in my opinion, the best goalkeeper in the Premier League. Maybe it's David Raya, I don't know, but I think Alisson is world class, and I think that's Keller's only issue. He's got a world class goalkeeper there, and I think he'd start for any other team in the Premier League. Would he come to West Ham? I'm not too sure. That's why it's a bit unrealistic. But he has spoken about possibly leaving Anfield. So that's why I'd go in and be like, what's the price? Whatever the price is, we'll pay it, we'll get him. That's our number one sorted for the next 10 years. So there you go. There's an unrealistic shout, but one with an element of being a bit realistic, I think. Anyway, judge me in the live chat. Not you, David Green. Jay says McAtee and Delap would be dream. It would be superb. Scott doesn't want Richarlison. Atta said, I don't understand him. Fukuoka Cherish is not match fit. I want West Ham to lose so that Lopetegui will be sacked. Richard says Evan Ferguson, Ben Chilwell, and McAtee in January. That would be a top January transfer window, that would, for West Ham. Leon saying Richarlison, another player who hasn't hit the height. I don't disagree with that, by the way. I still think he's a good player. Movies is saying, do we think Mavropanos will make a mistake? I pray for him to play perfect because I like him, but I'd be scared. I think we're all terrified, actually. He's definitely gonna make a mistake. Jason Keller's a good shout. Class Balotelli saying it's a great shout. Lucas saying it's a good one. Leo's also saying it's a good one. But like I said, Dave said, would he come to West Ham? I don't know. But money in it, like he'd be number one at West. His issue at Liverpool is he's not number one. He'd be that at West Ham, undisputed. We can pay him whatever he wants, really. Liverpool have got quite a strong wage structure at their club. And I don't know what he'd be on. If I was to guess, I'd imagine he's on 50 grand, 60 grand a week or something at Liverpool. Maybe a bit more, but he's not. I don't think he'd be on that much. I think we could possibly double his wages if he came to West Ham. So money, it's a job, isn't it? He's coming. Like I said, the only reason he wouldn't come is if he wanted to go somewhere that, playing Champions League football, and he's definitely good enough for that. Like I said, I think personally, I think he should go to Chelsea. Chelsea need a number one, and he's one of the best in the Premier League, in my opinion. Mancunian says we would be better with a new manager than signing two of the best players in the world. Decent players wasted with this manager. Guys are saying, how good is McAtee? Can't get into a rubbish football team, and they've had injuries. Can't be that good. Lots of players haven't got into the Man City squad and gone on to do okay. Douglas Luiz is maybe one of the better examples. Alex Garcia, who we tried to sign in the summer. We've got Jadon Sancho. There's a lot of players that Man City have had, and they just couldn't get in. Cole Palmer couldn't get into the Man City team. So if you want to use that rule of thumb, Gaza, then you'd suggest that Cole Palmer is not good enough for West Ham because he couldn't get into the Man City team. So I don't think not getting into the City team is not a reflection of a player's ability or potential, in my opinion. Brian says, I think Steiden got Guilherme thinking we would be performing better and he will be getting more game time. Jay saying, will Saka's injury encourage Arsenal to bid for Kudus? Yes, I think so. Paul's asking for the starting lineup. Yes, sorry, Paul. There you go. That's on the screen now. The West Ham team and the Southampton team are on your screen at the very bottom now. Scott saying, will Irving ever get on the pitch again? I'm sure he will. It just won't be very much. It won't be meaningful minutes, so will it? Maybe he'll get a run out in the FA Cup or something, and I hope he doesn't. Because I want to see our starting 11, the strongest 11, that doesn't contain Irving at the moment. But he's wasting his career a little bit, I think. We'll see. Robert says, Alvarez and Todibo, Lopetegui has an issue with these two players. Hard to disagree. Leo saying could also make the same point about Mubama being on Man City's bench. Good point for Everton, says Dave. So it must have finished 1-1 at the Etihad. Weirdly, a bad result for West Ham, because I'll be honest with you, I'm sort of half looking over my shoulder. I don't think we'll get relegated, but if we lose today, with the expectancy we will lose the next two, it's going to be getting a little bit ugly, isn't it? It's not like we can't be in a relegation battle. We very much can. So I'm very cautiously looking at teams below us, like Everton and Crystal Palace, and I want them to not pick up points just so that there's a bit of, as someone said earlier, breathing space between us and the bottom three. So that's a good point for Everton. It's a bloody bad point for West Ham. Jay says, I think Alvarez has got an ankle knock from that shocking tackle in the last game. That's why he's not starting. That was on Kilman. I'm assuming, unless I've missed a tackle, but assuming you're referring to Stupinjan's challenge, that was on Max Kilman, not Alvarez. Unless I've missed some, I can't recall a bad tackle on Alvarez in the last match. Alba says, luckily, Southampton don't have lightning quick players. That's probably why Guido's playing. I mean, had he been playing Dibbling, he's quite direct, maybe not fast, but he's certainly direct. That's a bit of a let off. I don't know enough about the midfielder on loan from Chelsea. I've seen him a couple of times, but I don't really have a strong opinion. So he could be a little bit quick. I don't know. I can't say he's not. Graham said, I just realised that Fulkrug and advanced position Souček without much skill in midfield means long balls all day. I just hope, right? I just hope we put in crosses. It's a bit ugly. It's not. At no point have I ever sat there thinking, do you know what? I'd love to see us just whip in cross after cross after cross. But if you're going to have Souček and Fulkrug on the pitch together, play to their strengths and get the ball in the box. Fortune saying about Morgan Rogers, he couldn't get into the Man City team, so for £1 million. I just don't see it as a fair reflection. Richard saying the season is feeling of 2002, 2003. Quality players playing at less than the sum of their parts. Chris is saying we spent 150 million and we look worse for it. Kevin saying watch the City game and we've nothing to fear. Everton could have ripped the City defence apart. Mr. Hammer saying no pace in midfield is worrying for himself. Guys are saying Southampton defenders don't like players running at them. So Kudus in the middle would have been the way to go. Andy is asking for score predictions. And I'll give you mine before I introduce the other two. I said 1-1 in the preview, and I'm going to stick with 1-1. Looking at the teams, I've not really been given much reason to change my prediction, to be honest with you. I think it's a bit blur from Lopetegui, and that's being kind. I just want to get 3 points, take the pressure off the next two games, because if we fail to win today, the next two games, they're difficult, but they become not necessarily harder. But I think if we win today, a loss against Liverpool isn't the end of the world. But if we don't win today, I think there's a little bit of pressure just to get something against Liverpool. Otherwise, that relegation battle is just getting closer and closer and closer. Anyway, before it disappears, I want to say hello to Nick and Northby. Hello, gents. How are you?
Greetings. Merry Christmas, etc.
Merry Crimbo.
That's a very loud shirt you've got on.
Yeah, I thought I'd give it its last airing before it went away again for a year.
I'm not against it. I'm not saying it's a bad shirt. It's just
it is bad. I admit it's bad, but I love a bad shirt. Who doesn't love a bad shirt or a bad Christmas jumper?
Yeah, I don't disagree. Anyway, Northby, we'll start with you. How are you feeling about today's game?
I feel positive before every game, and I am feeling positive here just because we're playing Southampton, but Fulkrug really needs to step up. But I'm glad to see Soler instead of Paqueta. I think Paqueta's just been a passenger for too long, and I like the way Soler turns. But Rodriguez, again, another worry. So there's pluses and minuses in this one, but I think we'll edge it. I think we'll win by 1 goal.
Nick, have you got more pluses or?
Well, it's forced me to be on the positive side of things, really. I mean, that's like some form of performance. As you know, I was at the Brighton game, and I was right there when he was subbed off and he came off on the other part of the pitch near the goal. Hair wasn't out of place. I mean, that could be hairspray, but hadn't broken into a sweat. Just his whole kit was perfect. It was so clean. It was unruffled. And he just didn't look, he just looked, like, I don't know what, like he was just left a shop to do his Christmas shopping, even less flustered than that. So that was very, very, very annoying indeed. Hope he can just do something today. 1-1, I agree, seems quite likely because we're talking about two crap teams. Mavropanos, that's a goal. Like they start one up due to Dinos Mavropanos.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. I think Fulkrug needs a good performance. There's already memes of from Gavin and Stacey with Fulkrug in it. Rob Brydon standing there in his full kit on the Smithies stag do, and they're only going to get more intense if Fulkrug doesn't have a good game today. But I like it. I like it a little bit of fun. But anyway, you guys at home, don't go anywhere. I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Nick and Northie for the duration of the game as they talk you through all the action or lack of action rather at St. Mary's, and I'll catch up with you a few times. But gentlemen, enjoy.
See ya.
Cheers, Gio. Well, we say lack of action. I think there'll be action. I think there'll be goals in this. I do. I mean, I don't think we're capable of 0-0s, to be honest. I don't think West Ham's capable with the defence we have. So I think there'll be goals. I think we'll score. I just think they will as well. So you went for 1-1, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, all the action is on your shirt. I politely waited till the end of your sentence to say that. Old Dickie Burnett says that shirt is loud enough for Gio to hear. Dave Taylor's just turning off in hideous revulsion.
Probably the shirt. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Leon goes with Merry Christmas. Thanks. And to you too. I mean, I'm looking forward to the game because, you know, it's a game of football in which West Ham are playing, and we've got Bowen and Kudus. They're worth potentially a couple of goals. As I mentioned, Mavropanos fills me with dread. I'm annoyed at Fulkrug, so I don't think even if he scores, I still think I'm going to be annoyed at him because I think he's just going to, I don't know, maybe he just thinks football is too easy. Even if you play against Southampton, you need to do more than get the ball, tap it back, run into the box and say, cross it in, lads. And then if that doesn't happen, just try and repeat that process for as long as you're on the football pitch. And obviously, yeah, Tadibo on the bench, Somerville on the bench, Alvarez on the bench. That's a weird one. I mean, I guess in theory we've got another game coming up, not too long away. I did notice you said Crimbo earlier. I wondered if you'd be a kind of anti-Crimbo, unless that was laced with irony. I see you as part of the anti-Crimbo.
Oh no, I'm a big Crimbo person. Yeah, I love a bit of Christmas. I'm all good.
Yeah, I don't mean the whole holiday. I just mean
the word.
Yeah. Did you get any crap presents? Did you give any crap presents? Were there like awkwardness and any openings?
Well, I got my wife a diamond ring, and she got me a Shrek hoodie and a pair of Lilo and Stitch slippers. So I'll let you read into that what you will. I think I got royally stitched up in the Christmas present stake. So I think I did okay.
What was the diamond aspect about? Is that just particularly she likes diamonds because you'd think that would be, you know, before you're married? It's like an engagement.
We were married 20 years next year, and she lost the ring. The diamond fell out of her original engagement ring, so I replaced it. So yeah, it was a bloody expensive Christmas. So yeah, going to be skinned for the rest of a few months for sure. And you?
Yeah, Mick Masters is bringing up a very important. He says it's Lilo. So
sorry, yeah, I'm not.
That is, you're not even a fan, and she just
I'm not a fan at all. I don't know. I think it was the last thing that she could grab in
Asda's last minute. It really does.
Absolutely. But the gift,
I mean, I'm not. I don't care about Christmas gifts. Usually, I tell people just don't bother, because whatever. That's just me. Like, we're on the shirt. I think the shirt is going to split people. I can see it like 25, 75 strongly against, 25%.
Yeah, I think it's a thing of beauty. Look at that. Beautiful thing.
Times are a girl's best friend, beat friend. There's probably there's a joke there. Yeah, Hasib is firmly in Northeast shirt out camp.
Wow,
Northeast camp shirt camp. Nick Daybegger, let's hope some of the Southampton lot still feeling a bit bloated from the Christmas dinner. I guess our squad would have gone down there yesterday, 3 p.m. kickoff, and stayed overnight. So they might have had like Christmas morning with their families, maybe, then gone down. I'm just trying to think of what could possibly count in our favour if the Southampton players didn't. I mean, as we all know, Southampton are crap, but their last two games, which obviously one they inevitably lost against Liverpool and the other 0-0 Fulham. They had a new manager bounce in terms of they did play differently. They did put the effort in. Crowd were behind them. So I think that's very much going to happen today.
I mean, when you look at the lineups, when I look at that, I think we've got 5 potential goal scorers there in Füllkrug, Kudus, Souček, sort of game where he would score. Soler, I think he's due a goal, and Bowen obviously will score. Apart from that, there's no one else. And when you look at Southampton's, I can't really see many that are going to get goals. So that's my hope. That's why I think we'll outscore them. I don't think it'll be 0-0, but I think we'll outscore them.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Nicholas Füllkrug and you can't score against these somehow. I have some players that played for both teams. I thought there would be more than this. The ones that came up between 1990 and 2020 is Ian Dowie, who played for Southampton for 4 years. Forgot that. Richard Hall, who's obviously like kind of a non-footballer because he got injured. Nigel Quasi, who barely counts because he played for us for like a few games. David Connolly, again, not really a West Ham legend. It says Antonio was on loan at Southampton after beginning his career at Tooting and Mitcham United. He was on loan at many clubs. But there is more than that. Obviously, there's Flynn Downs, but that's a recent one. I was just trying to think of some more. There's Isle Berkovic. But this is ChatGPT. ChatGPT is so lazy; it just gives you like a half truth of the matter.
Yeah, it is. My shirt certainly is splitting the room here. Yeah, see, I've got some love. Leon's actually taking his glasses off, just so he doesn't have to see it, which is fair enough. And Simon says, "I bet that look great as a thumbnail. Big call to wear it." I'm a big call kind of guy, but I'm hoping the big call for a West Ham win. That's the present we all want. It'd be nice. It'd be nice if Southampton gift us a few goals. That's what I'm really hoping for, just to set us off for Boxing Day. Have you got an absolute fridge full of crap you've got to pile through now?
Not really.
No.
No, I'm doing okay. I'm like ridiculously well organized because I basically have nothing else to do. I'm just looking up who our next fixes are because I know most of them.
There's some tough ones coming up.
Yeah, because obviously, I think it was Marcus Wise, Rodriguez starting instead of Alvarez. I can only think that maybe, seeing as we have people in the squad and we've got a game on Sunday, obviously that's going to be a very tricky one. Liverpool at home, Sunday 29th. 5:15 kickoff, very difficult, but they're not impossible to score against, stating the obvious, because they're letting 3 goals. Of course they seem like the team to beat, and it would seem that they'll go on and win the Premier League this year because there's not going to be that much competition if they can get enough points ahead. But it's not like teams in the past. It's not like when Liverpool were at their best several years ago. It's not like when City were at their best, when you just think it's absolutely mission impossible. Obviously, Salah will dive several times and cheat in the game, so maybe he'll get a goal out of that. But apart from that, you can get at them. They do leave spaces wide open. If you basically treat like every time you get the ball, what some people call in transition, which I don't like. If every time you get the ball, you treat it as a counter against Liverpool, they still have some complacency. Maybe that would be arrogance or something. They still leave wide open spaces, and like we tried to play 7 in defence against Brighton. So we've got
the problem we have against Liverpool is you're right. They're going to just push us back, constantly push us back because of how they attack, and we can't counter. We don't have the pace in midfield to really have an effective counter. So that is my worry. And Füllkrug wouldn't be the answer to that type of play anyway. Certainly what we've seen so far. So I think if we get anything out of Liverpool, it's a miracle. City, you never know. I mean, I was just watching the Everton game, or the second half, just caught the end of that. I overrun my own Fools and Horses. Just kind of got back into that for Christmas. But just watching the end of that game, and I mean, it seemed pretty fair. They're falling off a cliff, but City are going to have one game where they're going to make a real comeback, and they're just going to give someone a hiding.
Yeah, they're perfectly timed to do it.
I know.
But I mean, that was basically the long answer why probably, I guess Alvarez is, will come on. Obviously, why I've pronounced not to but I don't know. I mean, this one.
Yeah, I don't know.
This one, I can only think that it's because Lopetegui is not a particularly good football manager.
You must see something we don't.
You do that.
He must see. There's something. I just don't know why. I don't know why you wouldn't pick Todibo. I think he looks much more. Sure, I'm not saying he's quality. Still think he's got a long way to go. But he's definitely. I don't think he's got the mistakes in him that Mavropanos has.
Yeah, West Ham. If we lose, it'd be embarrassing. It would be embarrassing to.
We're used to that.
To lose to Southampton, their players are absolutely.
Hope so, don't so. Kudos to score a couple. I'd go with that.
Yeah, the Brighton game was not most enjoyable.
To win, the shirt has to become a match day routine. Maybe we get a new shirt bounce. We've got to have something. We didn't get the new manager bounce, did we? That's for sure.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, that would give you another reason to just keep that shirt in existence rather than obviously burn it would be the appropriate response. But if we win, then you could just claim. You could just claim it was the shirt. We've got 9 minutes left. So I would like to ask you a very easy question. In the 93-94 Premier League season, West Ham secured a 2-1 victory at the Dell. Which West Ham player scored the winning goal in that match? Before I even say the multiple choices, if we're talking 93-94. 93-94. First one in the chat to get it. Just let that go through the airwaves before.
Yeah, I'm going to let others jump in on that because I'm always crap at these sort of things.
You just say Dean Ashton all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the meantime, while people are thinking of that, Fife Hammers, crap lineup, crap manager, and use of sport. Yeah. Now we've got 2 Cotties. I have that as incorrect. Therefore, it will be the second choice. Cotty, yes, that will be what you're thinking. But 93-94, there's the other obvious choice. Let's see. Who gets it?
So what's? Yeah, I know you're a man of the odds. Just while people are typing that, Fulkrug. What are the odds for Fulkrug to score?
Let's have a look.
I'll let you look at that. I mean, he's got to score today. I mean, the way they've been playing, we've not been playing great, but I just think we've got the attacking play. It's got to click at some point. But these are not all shocking players. They've been playing shocking, but they're not shocking players. We've got to have something that's going to click together. Today's a good day to do it. I'm feeling positive today. Maybe it's just the Bailey's hangover or something. I'm not sure, but I feel we can do it. Let's put McAvenny in the chat.
Yeah, we got a few McAvennies. It was actually Trevor Morley. I thought that would have been
moaning Morley.
Yeah.
I used to like, mate, I've never known a striker to moan or any player to moan as much. That's what me and my dad always called him, Moaning Morley. Moaned about everything.
They've got one there. That's an easy one. That's too easy as well. It says here, which player who had spells at both West Ham and Southampton, who didn't come up in the previous list I asked ChatGPT about.
It's going to be wrong.
Spells at both West Ham and Southampton, was part of England's squad in the 2002 World Cup. Was it Joe Cole, Trevor Sinclair, David James, or it says Peter Crouch? I mean, that's just stupid. Was it Joe Cole, Trevor Sinclair, or David James?
David James. David James.
I'll let the chat get to that, even though.
Yeah, Scott says we need an Ipswich game performance. Yeah, we do. We do, Scott. I think, yeah.
On Paddy Power, the power prices, which I'm not recommending, this is not financial or gambling advice, it's 18 plus only. It says Thomas Souček and Flynn Downs to commit 2 or more fouls each, 3-1. It's not that bad. Each goalkeeper to have 4 or more saves, 4-1. It's not that bad. And then Bowen and Kudus to have 2 or more shots on target each, 8-1.
Flynn Downs to score has got to be, there's always that the previous player coming back and haunting you. So that's got to be one.
I don't know why they don't have player to score, which seems a bit weird. I don't know why they wouldn't have that.
Obviously, just while you're looking at that quickly, just a reminder, Match Bingo. I know you're better with the spiel, but you've got 5 minutes to get your Match Bingo tickets in. So get on. I don't know if there's a Christmas deal happening, Nick. Any ideas? I've no idea.
What it usually is Match Bingo. Even if you haven't got the app, whatever, even if you have, just go to the description below. just, if you're looking at it on mobile device, you need to just clear the chat. Then you see the description below, or just the drop down. There's Match Bingo link. Go there, download the app, and then they'll say, Gio and Gonzo, well done. You're good boys, and we like you. Well done. And it will support the channel. And then if you put in, if you're a new user, I don't know if there's new users or existing users, but let's just say for new user, if you put in £10, you get £10 bonus. That's 20, and then it's £2 a card, and you get a selection of 5 random things. You get 3 selections on your card that say a goal will be scored in like the 5th minute, or there'll be a yellow card in this minute, and then you watch. And then as things happen, if your line is first, then you win. And we've had countless people, it's approaching about 100 people now, since Match Bingo has been sponsoring Hammers Chat, that have won like 50, 60 quid roughly a time. Someone won over 100 quid. And it's buy 3, get 2 free. So if you spend 6 quid on West Ham game, if you get the app via the link, you should get 2 free cards. If any of that makes sense, just go and do Match Bingo and put a tenner in there on the West Ham game. The rest will make sense. We had Leeds Chapman and the Downs Derby pots. That none of those would really make sense. Apparently, it was Trevor Sinclair. I didn't know Trevor Sinclair played for Southampton.
I wouldn't trust ChatGPT.
Yeah,
I would avoid ChatGPT for any quiz questions ever.
I did ask it to double check. That's how crap it is.
So you asked ChatGPT that may have got it wrong to ask it if you got it wrong.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
It's not the most foolproof system.
No, it's not. I wouldn't put your house on it. That's for sure. What's everybody's score prediction? We've got 3 minutes to go, or 2.5 minutes to go. What is everybody thinking? You've gone 1-1. I'm going to go bold. I'm going to say 3-1 to West Ham. I'm feeling Fulcrook is going to come and smash it today.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. It could happen. It's within the realms of believability. It's just we've just been burnt time and time and time again. I mean, we could have. Yeah, even the Brighton game was a weird one. Yeah, we definitely could have lost that at the end, but we still had a decent 5-minute patch after our goal, where if the players were just a bit switched on, I mean, they were a bit frantic. So I don't really blame them. I was still looking for the to score odds, but I don't know what's going with Paddy Power. It's basically being as crap as ChatGPT at the moment, and it's not coming up. And then sometimes you press it and it says there are no markets or whatever. Yeah, even, on Patreon, if you're not on Patreon, you can do 7 days Mild Addicts Patreon free. Just again, check out the link below, or it's patreon.com/Hammers Chat. And you get just lots of more videos, not us, don't worry about that, but Gio and Gonzo, football things, non-football things, banter, entertainment. It's very, very good. 7 days free. A lot of people in the prediction competition, which they do a competition every game to win stuff, were quite positive. And so I see some people, Mark says 3-0, Evan says 3-0, Leon says 2-1, Hammer Time thinks we'll lose, Dylan says we'll win, Mist Hammer says we'll win. So even though we are all just painfully aghast, for want of a better word, at seeing Mavropanos and Rodriguez, it's every time I've seen Southampton play. I know they got a draw against Fulham, who are a good team. Yeah, so they did get something. Right, so I'm going to see if I can line up some form of text-based information that's going to tell me what is happening in this game of football.
Yeah, sorry about that, Dylan. Okay, Mark's gone 3-0. Just going to pop some of these up just to give some love. Evan 3-0. 2-1 Irons. Hammer Time's gone 2-1. Which I'm assuming is us, as assuming is we're their way. Fred has gone even bolder than I went. He's gone for 4-1. Fred is still got half a bottle of sherry to. He's cracking through that, I think, Fred. So good. Also, just while we were waiting for kickoff as well, what was the worst present you got? Pop that in the chat. Be interested to see.
Yeah, this worst present, and also best present you gave is always a good moment when you think you just absolutely nailed it, and the person got their present, opened it, whatever, and they were basically either overjoyed or brought to tears.
It was the last minute dash to the petrol station when you realise you've forgotten someone's present. It's oh crap, what's open? We've all been there. No judgment here. No judgment.
Jesus, an advert just in Robert Stream went from looking at you guys looking at a fella cuddling a Labrador on a sofa. I mean, that's nice. Don't know what advert that was for. What kind of things do you usually
Yeah.
look up? Dean thinks we'll win. Just the level of possibility. A light up keychain. That's quite bad.
Was that
quite bad, unless it's like a special one.
You never know when that's in handy. I always find that weird. Like you have keys with a light on, like when you've lost somewhere, which you should find, wouldn't you? Whoever needs a bloody light on a key ring.
Yeah, don't make him feel worse. DC says Fulcrum looks Sunday league. A rubber hammer.
Yeah.
Right. Let me see if I can get some form of text-based commentary on this.
This has got 1-1 written all over it, says DC. Yeah, we've had too many draws, haven't we? That's the problem. We've got to start picking up. Even if we win one, lose one, it's better, isn't it? We're drawing way too many.
Oh, we're 20 seconds in. And what happened as I read it? We attacked. Wow, amazing. Bone had a shot, decent shot, went over. Well, there you go. Front foot.
Boom, we like that. We're off to a flyer. Yeah, so well present. A pair of boxers from work. Secret Santa was the worst. Oh, there's been some bad Secret Santas. I've seen some ones that would get most people sacked. No. So it is West Ham
scrappiness.
Right to left.
Coming up to 1 minute now.
OGM says, I keep hearing these rumours as well. Arsenal and City closing up on Kudus. I don't think it'll go to Arsenal.
It will be weird. I mean, yeah, like if anything could happen, and if he gets an offer, but that would just be shooting himself in the foot. That would be a weird one. I
don't know where it would fit into Arsenal. I think actually City need a bit of a clear out, so that's probably even more likely now.
Yeah, I think he's perfect for City. That's the sad point. I mean, it would be stupid to lose him. No one trusts us to invest the money well, not with full trust. Like I think Gio said that Kudus himself was an example that we can reinvest the money, but just the misses we've had recently as
no full trust after full crook
smacks it out of play. The worst thing would be if he went to Arsenal and played up front and scored 15, 20 goals.
West Ham gets a chance to get a shot off here. Oh, no. Gets tackled. No, foul. So West Ham have a free kick on the edge of the box.
You're 5-10 seconds ahead of me. I'm going to have to do a refresh.
As this happens. Dylan says you got a silver-plated duck-shaped wine decanter on the Boxing Day sales, 80% on. Not sure if I feel regret or excitement.
Silver-plated duck-shaped wine decanter.
I love it, Dylan.
What a strange person you are, Dylan.
Why not?
How do we? Yes. Well, I mean, fair enough. It takes all sorts. Thanks for joining us, Dylan. Didn't see that one coming. A duck-shaped wine decanter. What kind of evening soirees do you host in your house, Dylan? What do you cook for people that come over that warrants a decanter, a silver-plated one, and a duck-shaped one?
I think this is Emerson and Soler standing over this, and I think Soler's going to take it. Hopefully he scores another banger. Shoots. Deflects off the wall. Bowen to pick it up. No. Southampton clear.
Emerson's goal was just the black sheep of free kicks in a world of free kicks that just hit the wall these days. I don't know why. What's wrong with the football?
And it was didn't really make any difference, did it?
Looks like Bowen was fouled there. Referee just didn't care.
Southampton countering now.
Yeah, it was good. It was decent closing effort from Kudus, but also a bit unnecessary at the same time.
Kudus mops up back to West Ham defence.
Nice bit of play from Souček. Quick pass back. Moving it around well, actually.
West Ham countering now. Wan-Bissaka up the wing.
Oh, that was lovely. Lovely bit of play by Bowen.
Comes across. Soler scores. Oh, he does it. He hits the post. It's crossbar.
No, how did he miss?
He hit the crossbar. I don't know how. Soler hit the crossbar from there.
7 yards.
Oh my God.
Oh, it was such a nice piece of play as well.
Come back to that. So it's brilliant for Wan-Bissaka bobbling down the wing.
If we can get through them that quickly.
I don't know how he missed. That should have been 1-0. That was mental.
Wan-Bissaka was jogging. Who was the Southampton player against him?
I have no idea. But that's a shocker. That should have been 1-0 West Ham. But a great start. That's what we like. 4 minutes, 45 seconds in, and we are doing okay. We like that. I'm just going to bring up this thing from Hammer's Head here. Can we get Aaron Ramsdale as a Fab replacement? I would say, yeah. I mean, I'd love that. If they go down, yes, because he would just bring more than just the good on the field and off the field as well, as everyone says at Arsenal. So we would take that.
Nice play from Kudus.
As Rancid said, good play. And Leon, we all agree. How the feck did he miss that one? That was a shocker.
Yeah,
I think
really,
he saw the goal celebration before he connected. And that's the problem with that one.
Who is that? Who's left back for Southampton? But he's as quick as I am, which is to say he's phenomenally slow. Oh, it was Walker Peters, actually. I think I'm not sure if it was Walker Peters or someone else, but I'd be surprised he's that slow. He looked as though he was absolutely caning it. Wan-Bissaka looks as though he was out just for a gentle little jog, but still the distance remained between them. So thank God we didn't get Kyle Walker Peters.
I can't believe he missed that. I still can't believe he missed that. That's mental.
Yeah, it was shocking. I mean, I'm thinking about how easy it was to get that chance, but that was 7 yards away.
Okay. Well, actually, that showed really good counter-attacking, which Wan-Bissaka, good.
Yeah, we need to keep them lacking in confidence, basically, because they still look, even though they had a good game against Fulham, I think they're aware of how shit they are.
Yeah. Southampton attacking there, but Wan-Bissaka just puts it out of play, does well. Hope he has a good game as well.
We need to realise that we are effectively playing a championship team and have a little swagger.
And we're doing okay. West Ham, Wan-Bissaka with the ball again. Plays it to Kilman. Just tapping around now, keeping possession, which is nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot can change. I'm getting a strange feeling that we look like...
Is the confidence growing, Nick? Are you getting confident?
It's just weird seeing us better than the team we're playing. It's as simple as I can put it.
Oh, it is only 7 minutes, so let's not get hard on.
I need all I can get after being at that Brighton game, because there were moments of that. I mean, my God, that was a bad game to watch.
Was there any funny tea there?
Funny tea? Oh, with me now.
Funny tea.
Obviously, I've got the old dong ding going.
Dong dong.
A bit of a respite. Yeah, I'm not drinking anything today. I didn't drink that much yesterday, but I wanted to get some Baileys, but I wasn't anywhere near that sold it. So I went to good old poshy Marks and Spencer just to really live up to my personal brand, and they had like a Baileys equivalent. And I did drink that in Belgian chocolate from Marks and Spencer with what they call their millionaires alcohol.
Nice.
DC's at least half-mast at the quality of this football.
Yeah.
Can someone explain to me why footballers open their body inside for every shot instead of putting their laces through it? Yeah, I mean, it's one of the weird things about modern day football. Like, they don't really take many long shots. Wingers don't usually take on players. Somerville does, but he's on the bench.
He's just bombing it through the middle, just took on a player, doing really well, plays it out wide to Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, I think it's nice that Kudus has license to get, to roam when he's on the ball. And against a team like Southampton, that's fair enough to do that. So the ref going to give that? Yes, he is, to them. Dylan had his first alcohol-free Christmas in 15 years because he's on painkillers.
I hope it's nothing too bad, mate. Sympathies with you if you didn't quite have the Christmas you wanted, but hopefully you'll recover in time for the New Year's.
Why are you buying? Why are you buying wine decanters then? Was it another Dylan? I missed that. Dylan also said, Tismet Farm School for years about missing a harder, a more difficult shot than that for years.
Well, I've missed worse shots than that. So Southampton's put a cross in, but that is too far. Is it? Recovers it. Oh my God! Oh, Fabianski there let the ball go over him across. Comes back across from Walt Peters, and it heads and it goes just wide. But again, a let off for West Ham there. That could have been a goal.
Yeah. Bit of a let off. I mean, I would hope that's their like one chance. Did they get
Everybody stopped, and the striker that did that, I don't know his name, but he's the one I think is Georgie Weah's cousin. He's shocking. He's an absolutely shocking footballer. So if he'd have scored, it would have been
skimmed the post.
Ridiculous. So yeah.
There's another thing that some of the footballers do. This is only modern footballers. No football has worked this out, and I've never heard it said by commentators. So I'm about to unleash a fantastic footballing tip. That what happens is when the ball is bouncing but not too quickly towards going out of play for a goal kick, the defender gets his body and shields it from the attacker, and the attacker's up against his body, even when there's quite some distance. Not when it's like 1-2 yards, even when it's like 8, 9, 10 yards. The attacker gets against his body and he's like, let me at it. Defender's too strong, ball goes out of play. If you realize this early enough, you can do if you just ran in a quick semicircle, you'd look like a complete muppet. But if you realize this early enough, don't go with the defender to vie for him physically. Do a really weird semicircle run round, and the ball is only bouncing out, so you'll be there in time. No one does this. I've never seen it done. And I'd like to trademark that particular move.
Nick's coaching school will be opening in January 2025.
I can't believe it won't work. The pace of the ball, you see, okay, the pace of the ball, you've got that. Distance, okay, you've got that. Hurl yourself in a weird movement. The defender's like, where's he going? Then you get it. It's definitely going to work.
If it carries on like this, I'm going to break open the last of the Pringles.
Salt and vinegar Pringles. That is...
Yeah.
Way down on my
what?
Pringles. No.
Yeah, but you don't like pie and mash, so
sour cream and onion, number 1. Prawn cocktail, number 2. Ready salted, number 3. I'd go barbecue. Then maybe I will consider salt and vinegar. Obviously paprika. Why do they even make that?
Dave, I can't remember where I got this shirt. I can't remember, but when I see something hideous,
you just woke up in it one day, just no recollection, covered in blood.
I've got to have it, and the wife just says, "Hell no, not another one." So.
See, Dylan gets it. It's like a basketball move when you spin and push off the defender with your back. No one does this. Premier League footballers don't do it, but Newcastle 1-0 Villa. Dean says, "Hadn't a drink since New Year's Eve last year. Mother sadly passed away as a lifelong alcoholic. Never been a drinker." Yesterday, a bottle and a half of... I don't know what an Advocaat snowball is.
That's what it's called. Advocaat. It's a snowball. You ever had a snowball? Shut up.
What's it made with?
Advocaat. Advocaat is it's kind of liqueur. It's it's like a creamy eggnoggy type alcohol.
Really?
Google it. Get it.
Advocaat lemonade and ice. Well, there we go. No, if I ever, in my younger days when I was out drinking cocktails and stuff, it was just simply, like Moscow Mule, mojito, nothing with whiskey.
Also, Southampton a counter in here. Is that Bambi on ice? He's in the box.
Oh, God, is that Kilman?
Comes back, shoots, passes it. Oh, I think he fell over. Southampton still with it in the box. Oh, we're not closing down at all. They're just playing it around. Still got it.
Yeah, we got no shape. Better team would absolutely make mincemeat of us. It's very lazy.
Could have tried to pass it out, pass it straight to Southampton player, but we've got it back.
Why did he try and go inside?
I don't know why he'd done that. Too dangerous.
Emerson was basically making space for him. It's so weird. But again,
it's all calmed down. We've got the ball.
Pace of the game. So, bit of a training game the last few minutes.
Honestly, Nick, keep your eye on 32 and on Uachu, Southampton striker. He's the worst football I've ever seen. He'll probably score now, but he's awful. Kilman's got some sort of shoulder or some sort of injury. By the look of it, he's down.
That's not good.
Well, it's Todibo on, but means you can't bring off Mavropanos at half time.
Looks done for. The way he's sat, the way he's talking.
I'm 14 and a half minutes. So Kilman is just down at the moment.
Yeah, and the way he was shaking his head and moving, it looks something.
It's a shoulder injury, yeah.
Up there. Which is really bad because I was hoping Mavropanos off at some point. Oh no, not Mavropanos 90 minutes.
Frank says we really need to start using the left side of the pitch. Bowen is a bit rusty nowadays. Yeah, it does seem to all come from Wan-Bissaka, doesn't it, down the right? He's the one that carries out.
Kudus is often drifting over there. It's just the game has got a bit crap in the last 5 minutes or so. No one's really doing anything.
Yeah, still looking at Kilman down. Let's see. I'm doing a playback now, so we see what the injury was. And Iwachu steps in. I've never seen him do a step over.
I still don't know why he got injured on his shoulder.
No, I can't see it yet.
Trapezoid. He doesn't really. I mean, he never looks the most fluid of players, but he's not really moving with these anyway.
No.
Nothing injured him, so I just think it was.
Oh. So I can't see what happened there, but he's going off. I don't know if he's staying off. No, it looks like he's moving okay. I think Kilman will be fine.
John Duran anytime goal scorer is 5-2. Chelsea are 1-0 up against Fulham. Apart from that, everyone else 0-0. I don't know why he's changing his shirt. This is all very confusing. If anyone's got commentary and can hear what the hell they're going on about. Now the West Ham physio or whatever is toweling down. Oh, they're
taping him up.
Yeah, they're adding some heat spray. So I don't think it was obviously something that's happened previously, and he's just.
Yeah, it must be.
He's just kind of in aches. That's why, because he when he was running, he was just running a bit. He wasn't holding himself. He was just running too stiffly, even for him.
Bowen's got the ball, crossed it in. There's no one in the box at all. Keeper catches it.
Yeah, I mean, Fulkrug's positioning there. What the hell was that?
Yeah.
His positioning was wider than the edge of the 6-yard box, while Bowen had the ball on the right wing. What did he think was going to happen at that point?
The Southampton are attacking now on the right.
They've got so much space.
Comes back, come inside. Centre of the park, moved it from the right to the left.
Yeah, Dylan says we're light on centre backs, and we've got Casey.
Ross comes in. Oh my God, that should have been a goal. Free header, totally free header. We're just not.
Free header, 7 yards out.
Fabianski. Luckily, it was straight. It's sort of Fabianski's feet. He managed to get down, but that should have been a goal.
This game has drifted into absolute nothingness.
Yeah,
it's just slow.
Souček there. He just didn't look around. Player just ran past Souček. It was his man.
Yeah. Someone needs to start.
And Mavropanos as well. What's Mavropanos doing? He was near no one.
Yeah, he was marking absolutely no one at that point. My God. This is what happens. Like, if that goal went in, that would just be our season every game. Even playing a crap team. We do some things passing it around, then the game just descends into nothingness, and then they put the ball into the box and someone is not marked.
Yeah, we're not doing great, David. I've got to agree with that one.
I did watch Deadpool 3 yesterday. I thought it was very good.
Well, the Wolverine one.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, really? I thought you said you'd seen it and you didn't like it or something like that.
Oh no, that's Batman. That was Batman. Joker Part 2. I walked out on that. Kilman's gone off. So Todibo's on. Kilman can't continue. Okay, so that means we are stuck with Mavropanos for 90 minutes, folks. This is not good.
Double check who's on the bench. On the bench, no one. We've got Soufal, Guilherme, Somerville, Areola,
Ings, too far.
Cresswell, and Alvarez. So even Casey's not on the bench. Soufal is the only. I mean, Soufal and Cresswell are the only defenders.
Cresswell's the only one that's played central.
That's
Really.
not a great match.
Not great. Leon, Jesus, we are just getting the basics wrong. It is. It looks like no one is concentrating. Funny. Switching off, you're right.
Yeah, it's a bit gentle. I mean, Soler is kind of...
Soler plays the ball, but it's to nothing, and Southampton get it back.
Yeah, Soler needs to pick up the game.
Fulcrook hasn't touched the ball yet, has he? 20 minutes in.
No, just stood around waiting for things to happen.
Done well to win it back. Southampton win it back again, and it's a foul to Southampton.
I mean, this is our midfield. It's like the Brighton game when people were getting annoyed and it was boring, and this same as it is in the last 5-10 minutes. This is when you know midfield, Rodriguez, Souček, and some dude called Carlos Soler. This is the game that you get. And the Brighton game was the same thing, except it was Souček, Paqueta, and Alvarez, basically the same people.
Davis has hoped that Leicester and Palace get battered. Yeah, I mean, even the so-called lesser teams, they're picking up points, aren't they? That's the issue. I mean, can we? I don't think we'd be in a relegation fight. I thought over Christmas we'd pick up enough points to get us out, but it's not looking great so far. And this game is not. My confidence of 3-1 is ebbing away slightly. So,
yeah, I mean, this just looks like another 1-1 Bournemouth game. No goals from open play. Couple of weak set pieces.
Southampton get it on the left. They're going to get a cross in. They takes a shot instead. Fab saves it. Bit greedy there. Could have crossed that in. Luckily for us, so West Ham get it back. Ooh. Dylan says Alvarez can play centre back. I believe. I'm not sure he can play CDM. So I don't think I haven't got much confidence in being a centre back. I think he's overrated.
Yeah, transfer rumours are drying up as well. There was the flurry of a few, and now I don't even see us like seriously linked with anyone, which is slightly concerning. My God, we need to seriously up the
Southampton bombing it down the right.
Tempo.
Cross comes in, cut out by Mavropanos. Emerson clears it against Southampton player and goes for a throw.
I mean, we ran back quite quickly as Southampton were countering. If we could apply that level of pace when attacking, that would be quite good, instead of just kind of jogging lightly forwards.
So Southampton, I know we have a throw. We've got a throw right in our corner. Bad cross, to be fair. It's a really poor cross from Southampton. So the game basically is really lacking in quality from either team, kind of the way we see it at the moment.
It's rubbish. What is the best film in the chat? Let me know what's the best film that anyone has watched this Christmas period. I rewatched for myself the manyth time.
Owen Shoots. Just wild.
Because the first time my son saw Step Brothers was a few years ago, and he doesn't really remember it because he was very young then. Just what I let my kids watch. So we rewatched Step Brothers. That's always a joy, even if you've seen it. Like in the last
falls on the drum set. He puts his nuts on the drums. It's hilarious. Great film. Really good. Bowen had a really good run there. Just pretty much run from the middle straight through.
Decent effort, decent
shots off, and then he dragged his shot.
Shot didn't quite work, but that's exactly what we need. Just someone showing everyone else how to actually drive and shoot, something that Fulkrug has never done. And Kudus, he puts a lot of effort into the driving and the dribbling aspect, but he does it like in the center of the pitch. So he's got another, 70 yards to reach the goal. Bit over the top.
Okay. Fulkrug. Frank said Fulkrug isn't getting the supplies from our midfielders. That is true. Yeah.
It's exactly true, but it's still not enough, is it? That's the point.
Like, he's got to work back then, doesn't he? He's got to work back a little bit. And
he needs to do something. He needs to demand possession and then play someone else in, or I don't know what, play football.
Yeah. Brent says we are struggling against the worst team in the league. It should be 2-1 up. Just end the season now. Unfortunately, we're not even halfway there yet. We're not even halfway through. this torrid season. Southampton in the box. Walker-Peters crosses it. Oh, it's a goal. Oh, great save by Fabianski. Super save.
Almost.
He was going the other way and he had to get back. Top corner save. Brilliant. But Southampton are getting way too many chances. Soucek brings it away. Gives it to Bowen. Bowen's in right back position at the moment. We are pegged back. And that's a foul to West Ham. Pressure off. But Southampton, really, they've had two glorious chances to score. It should be 2-1.
That's 3 because there was one that skimmed the post.
Yeah. Two really good ones on target, I'd say that. But yeah, definitely this header. Yeah, Fabs did well. He was going the other way and had to jump back.
Yeah, decent save.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we're back in the doldrums of West Ham 24-25 Premier League season, where we don't really... I think our last bit of actual possession was about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah. James says, don't think strikers like Füllkrug would ever work under managers like Lopetegui. I mean, I don't know what strikers would. That's the problem. I don't really know what striker would fit any of it into the systems we play. Oh, that's a foul. And West Ham get a foul in our own box.
Yeah, well done by Rodriguez, I suppose. Look on the bright side.
Chris says Southampton are all over us. Our defence is terrible, which is probably one up from terrible, which is probably about right, Chris. So I agree with you on that, mate. And Michael says we're actually getting outplayed by Southampton. What am I watching? Welcome to West Ham watch-alongs, Michael. This is what we do. We get outplayed by. Who have we not been outplayed by? Newcastle. And Ipswich. I think the only two this season we've not been outplayed. The only two games we've done all right. We've been lucky to get anything else out of any.
Yeah, and we've got a bit of possession here. So if the players remember that they're actually, in theory, decent professional footballers and are playing against players who are not particularly great, maybe they can do something. I've also been rewatching all the Louis C.K. comedy specials. I have purchased a bundle of all the Louis episodes and all the Louis C.K. LouisCK.com. Highly recommended. All of his lives are on there. Any other stand-up comedian preferences, let me know in the chat.
Southampton bossing the game. You can't make this up. They are. They really are. We had a good start. Like first 5 minutes, and then the rest of the 20 minutes after that, it's been Southampton. Another cross comes in. Mavropanos clears the ball, but he does it in such a comical way, like a Sunday League defender, and falls over.
Tony says West Ham are so annoying, not good at doing anything the simple way. Yeah, I mean this is the thing. When they get the ball, I think they realise they only really have Soler, Soucek, Rodriguez in front of them. 3 very slow, gentle, non-aggressive players who are not really going to close them down or match anyone for pace. And then if you get past those 3, you've got Mavropanos in front of you. Leon goes with Peter Kay. Louis C.K. is definitely my absolute favourite by far. A genius. Dave Chappelle probably number 2. Other people, for me, don't quite get close to those 2. Jimmy Gunn, he likes lasagna. He's got a thing against Bowen, which I can personally never agree with.
Yeah, Chris is the same. He's not a fan of Bowen. He does think he's greedy, but he can be. But he's anyone that can make something happen. So
I love Bowen. He's my hero. I want to meet him one day, even though I am much older than him.
Cross comes in. Oh, Fabianski does well again. It's got to be a foul, isn't it? Surely. Oh, looks like Fabianski is taking a battering at this corner. Still down.
Yeah, I think it was the way he fell. I don't think he hit the post. I just think he fell completely sideways.
It's not good if we lose Fabianski and Kilman in the first half.
Brent goes as far to say we're a disgrace to the sport of football. Dave wonders we can't have playing with a winning ball like Downs. Yeah. DC comedy-wise goes for Stuart Lee.
Stuart Lee is good. I know he's in a quiet taste, but I like Stuart Lee. The best stand-up routine ever in history in my opinion, is Eddie Murphy Delirious, though. Just absolute class. That he was nuts. If we lose Lop, got to get.
I would still go with Louis C.K. Jeffrey Offrow, we can win this match. Just a lot of optimism. Oh, Forest. Okay, well, that's the good news of the day. Forest
something to cheer for. Forest are doing bloody great. Love it.
Onuachu played 18, scored none. Well,
he's so bad.
He's so bad. Due a goal against us today.
Yeah, exactly. You know, he's
have Paddy Power unleashed.
The bad news is
Paddy Power chance, correct score, player shown a card to score or assist. To score or assist, Onuachu's 2-1. Now that stat is the most West Ham stat you could ever possibly hope to find. I think it was I think Neil Mopay. I think Neil Mopay did it where he scored against us and then didn't score for 25 games or something, and then scored against us again. I think that was Brentford away. That's tempting.
Fabianski's still down and the stretcher's on. So
this is a topic for 18 years or older, but come on, to score or assist. 2-1. Put your money where your mouth is, Morphy.
No. I haven't got any money after that diamond ring. Jeffrey is positive. Been poor so far, but hopefully we're going to pick up the pace. Brent has a little giggle with Rodriguez and Soucek discussing tactics. Just stand here, mate. I'll stand here. You stand there, yeah? Just let them run by us. That's kind of their tactics. David says, why can't we have a player in the middle capable of winning the ball like Downs? Yeah, it's a bit of a pain, isn't it?
Yeah, Lopetegui telling instructions to the players. A bit late for that.
Looks like Ariola's warming up, so it looks like we're going to lose Babs as well. So it's 2 injured players in our paper-thin squad. Lop has ruined Kudus. Man, he's got to be put in the middle, not from the sides. That's your call as well, Nick, isn't it? You want Kudus down the centre. You want him up front.
Well, I'd have him up front instead of Fulkrug, who's providing nothing, and Somerville on the left. Because if Kudus feels like just getting the ball and going on a run, then do that closer to the opposition goal and let Somerville stay on the left. Then you have more options to worry the opposition with. My God, what a 31 minutes of football this has been. I think I was positive for the first 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Then it was crap. Then there's been just injuries and stoppages.
James said the board won't look at this performance as worrying. If we scrape a win or a draw, they'll see that as a positive because they are morons.
Yeah, I mean, the sentiment, I don't think you'll find one person disagreeing with that at this point. Leon's up on the conspiracy theories. Just doesn't want to play Liverpool. I mean, I like Areola. I mean, getting him back, giving him a chance, it's quite a decent way of doing it, I suppose. Like from his perspective.
It's not a massive difference, is it? I don't think there's a huge difference between these two, so you could pick either. But it's worrying that Fabs is still down. It's not. They've not even got him on a stretcher yet. Oh, they have. They've covered him up.
Yeah, I don't think they've actually showed what happened. I know he fell weirdly. As a goalkeeper, you wouldn't think it would be,
He's used to falling.
Yeah, that would be part of the whole training process.
It's good to see that even Ramsdale's come all the way out the other end of the pitch to see if he's all right.
You and Ramsdale.
I love Ramsdale. Get him in.
Yeah, I mean, you might get your wish. I still believe in Areola. I think he can come back and be as good as he was at his best, shot-stopping wise, and then just don't bother trying to play it out because that's not necessary. My word, what a game, what a game. So far, we've got 1 point away. Hooray. Fantastic. Exciting.
David says, James, I don't agree. I like Downs and he's better than Rodders. Yeah, he is. He definitely is. In my opinion, David, I agree with that. I think getting rid of Downs and getting someone like a freebie in like Rodriguez made absolutely no sense whatsoever. I mean, on paper, again, you're blinded by he's a World Cup winner. He wasn't, was he? He's not a Messi. He's a passenger in that Argentina team. So, yeah, we've got a lemon there. Chris Bibby feels like it's only a matter of time before Southampton score the way they've been playing so far. Yeah, it's come in, isn't it? I mean, they've battered us really.
Yeah, DC's flattered. I missed that if you've already.
Yeah, they're still not kicked off in case anyone is just waiting for commentary.
Yep. Yeah, just to add, to the general misery of watching West Ham play crap. Now we've also lost Fabianski to injury. We've lost about 10 minutes.
Yep. Dean, he cross come in, he got a bit clattered and landed awkwardly. I think is what happened. So
I think it was. I mean, he was very near the post, but I don't think.
No, I don't think he hit the post.
I don't think he hit the post. I think because when he had to save it, he was like that, and then I think he fell all down that side.
I think someone hit him there, so maybe he just got something to his ribs. But...
Yeah, and obviously football pitches these days are like Premier League football pitches are rock hard. Much like DC is some of the time, but not now.
Well, it'll be an interesting one. Southampton applauding Babs as he's wheeled off the pitch. Looked like a nasty one.
Woods gave him a forearm. A polite Christmas round of applause as the crowd try to just exert some emotion in this terrible game of football, which when we're watching two crap teams again. And we need to get Potts and Orford back. It doesn't matter if there's no way they could be noticeably worse than a player like, let's say, Rodriguez or Alvarez. But it would just add something. It would add something, and I think they're just more. They're going to have more energy. We just need to either get them back or admit how crap some of the players we signed were. Crap in terms of suitability for the Premier League. Okay, well, now we can watch actual football again. Hooray. Maybe our players can realise that they're not crap and they should be good.
Budas puts a cross in and it's cleared. I think it's a corner. West Ham corner. Not bad restart. We like that.
Yeah, I mean, again, that part. I'm basically what any listener needs to prepare themselves for is I am going to criticise Füllkrug for everything he does. Obviously, unless he scores a goal, I mean, I'll still find a way to nitpick it. I'm just annoyed with him. He's just annoying. He's stealing a living. It's like how I feel about Paqueta when players stealing a living. When they turn up, they're on a football pitch, and they basically jog around sometimes. They look like they don't care. There's no passion. Zero. None. No aggression.
And it's cleared away by Southampton.
Bit of a crap corner. Landed on the 6-yard line at knee height. That was
a weird one, wasn't it? It was a short corner, but nobody came short.
That was crap.
Bit rubbish. West Ham do get the throw. Soucek holds it up. Plays it to Soler. No, plays it Emerson, sorry. Corner. Oh, comes back off Emerson. Goal kick.
Oh, God almighty. Really needed to build something then. Now start. What was going? What was this about? Duran off. He's a nutter. Was Duran kicking off?
I don't think so. I don't think there was any kicking in. Josiah says, I don't really dislike Lopetegui. He's not a bad person, just not a Premier League quality manager. More suited to La Liga. Yeah, he's definitely not suited to the Prem. He's not shown that.
Oh, as in sent off. I missed that. Duran sent off.
Oh, he's going to be dream team.
Yeah, I think it went Duran off like he'd been subbed or something for, I don't know, whatever, but sent off. Oh, well. Fortunately, I did not bet on him to score at any time. Nice little run from Bowen, but a bit too crowded over there.
Yep.
Füllkrug's on the ball. What does he do? What does he do? Fall over.
He got fouled. Be the next one injured.
Fell over. Come on.
Okay, it's an opportunity to get a cross in to see what Füllkrug's like in the air.
Bit far away from goal.
They can hoof that in. That's what we need. Basically, we need a ball in the box. Just get something in the box. Jesus, we've not been in there for a while.
Fab fell sideways and hit the ground. Aimless, floaty, nothingness into the box. Right, come on, put something together. Believe you can play football. Believe you're not crap. Couple of passes around. Kudus on the left. Can we actually work it? Nope, he goes back.
Right back to Kilman, and it would go back to Areola.
Great. Christ. Absolutely wonderful. We were on the final third, but no, let's go back to the goalkeeper. Well done.
Hoof that up. Souček getting there. Oh, that was never a foul. But basically, the Southampton player was falling down, and he's give it against us. No, it was weak. Weak from Downs. Aye.
Okay, well, yeah. The only people on West Ham's working hard is our medical team, yeah.
Southampton just playing it around at the back. Not much happening. I mean, this quality is probably up there with every other game we played this season. So,
yeah.
Ball's lumped forward from Southampton, but we'll clear that away.
Mavropanos.
What the hell was that?
Players are becoming blander.
Mavropanos had a chance just to play it back to Areola and booted it out the side. There's nowhere near him. Oh, he's an idiot. He doesn't look around.
The only one in our midfield who's kind of done anything in his West Ham career is Souček. It's not just because of the time that he's been with us. It's just Rodriguez and Soler are just like the most bland. You could have anyone. You could just have just a general footballer. Like go to Europe, go to like France, Italy, Spain, find a full-time professional footballer who plays in midfield for a club in Serie A or La Liga or France or whatever. It's just the same. They're just nothing. They're nothing people. Their job is what, millions are dreaming of. And they get on a pitch and then they just effectively fanny around the midfield area doing nothing.
Yeah.
They barely break a sweat. Then the game ends, they get back on the team bus and collect their money at the end of the week. It's just nonsense. Like maybe whatever genius is actually buying the players for us could look into things like their personality. Do they have one? Do they enjoy playing a game of football? Can you tell that by the way they're playing? And just continue that thread. Alex says we've wasted so much money on some of these losers.
Yeah, Brent says
they're just nothing.
Brent says it perfectly. 150 million for this.
They have no.
Southampton in the box, shoot, blocked by Emerson. Another shot comes in, but that is wildly over the bar.
Like even if they were not good technically, which they probably are, they have it's not that they have no interest in trying, because to have no interest in trying, you'd need to be away from complete neutrality, which is where they are in life. Even if they were disinterested, it would actually be more fun because then you could shout at them. I've never done the whole like booing a West Ham player thing. The closest I've come is when I went to the Brighton game last week and Paqueta was subbed off for whoever. A few people politely applauded, which I was astounded by, after he again like jogged around the pitch and offered nothing, not been interested. I didn't bother booing because that's a waste of time, but I shouted from my seat, get the F off the pitch or something like that. They just
not a shot on target yet.
Yeah, and I think how many? Yeah, we had the crossbar and then Bowen missed.
That's it. Yeah.
2 shots. So we actually have possession now. So in theory, if we kept possession and worked it up the other end of the football pitch, a chance might happen at the end of that process.
Hoof in it as well.
Massive hoof. Fulcrum actually wins it.
Kudus picks it up.
Still don't like him. Kudus has a run. Where's he going to go with it?
He's going to cross. Oh, come on. Wan-Bissaka. Oh, wide. Oh.
Decent shot. Decent shot from the fullback.
Good cross from Kudus.
He actually had enough time to control it. Obviously, he's a fullback. But as I read about that again in my text-based commentary, he was absolutely... The nearest Southampton player to him was about, quite literally, 10 yards.
Yeah, more
away.
time.
Yeah, he could have controlled it and shot, or controlled it and then passed to someone free. Souček was free. He could have had a really good shot there. He had so much time. I mean, in his defense, there's no way to expect that you'd ever get that much time in an opposition box.
Sigma says, might as well have a giant Subbuteo player in Rodrigo's place. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Tony says, same old problem at West Ham. Striker is always on his own, doesn't get any ball supplied to him.
Yeah, that's why like bringing back the youth always sounds knee-jerk. But there's no way on earth that Potts doesn't put on a West Ham shirt, get on a pitch, and realise he's representing something. Realise that he's got some pressure on him in a good way, and actually something to live up to, stand up to, something to show, represent himself. There's no way he's not going to do more than our just completely bland nothingness. Some dude called Rodriguez. Terrible.
Southampton just keeping the ball at the moment. It's a possession.
Yeah, we're just sat back watching the mighty championship-bound Southampton play ball in front of us. How is this a tactic? Yeah, the cross was fine. It was all right until Wan-Bissaka didn't realise that he was totally alone. 10 minutes indeed.
Have it down the right.
10 minutes.
Southampton players in the box though, but cross comes in. Oh, they still get the header, and Areola saves.
Oh well, nice little confidence booster. So we've got possession now. We've got 10 minutes left to go. What if we could create another chance against Southampton? Could you, Adam and Eve, it that it might occur?
Wan-Bissaka was beaten far too easy there in the air.
Will we get a shot on target in the next 10 minutes? What do you say? Yes or no?
It's terrible. I don't think so. Not the way we're playing. I can't see us, but
in the next 9 minutes.
We seem to be sat a little bit on the halfway. Bowen hasn't touched the ball for ages.
Well, I mean, every time we get it, we just lump it against Southampton. Nothing matched at the end of the day. I guess fluffing into the end of the season, DC's wondering about our quality. It's because we've just bought random. They're not even mercenaries, because the mercenary thing suggests that actually players have at least maybe some quality about them, but they're just being paid. We've bought low quality, low effort.
Yeah, a shot on target would take effort, and there's no effort from this team. Richard makes a really good point, which obviously I've spoken about before. So surely someone that West Ham can realise that Fulkrug and Ings, our two frontline strikers, need a partner, but we only ever play with one up top. Yeah, I mean, I think that could be a decent partnership, because Fulkrug's quite the big lump that could knock it down to Ings. I wouldn't mind seeing that, and bloody hell, we might as well try something else, because one up top all the time, it's not working for us.
I mean, we're not even. It must be a tactic that the manager has told them. Basically, avoid the midfield and just kind of lump it, because that's good for some reason.
Oh, so the ball breaks. Wan-Bissaka's got midfield.
Wan-Bissaka from the halfway line, dribbles.
Kudus. We're just going to take a shot here. Dribbly shot, does nothing. We're on 47.5 minutes, but there is 10 minutes of added time to play. The injury.
That was a shot on target.
Barely. That was as good as Antonio's assist against Newcastle, which still doesn't count as an assist.
Yeah, Kudus has done some amazing thing. That was probably his worst shot that I've ever seen. Is that Al Cabal or AI Cabal? Southampton 6 points, a negative 25 goal difference, and we can't score. Dean wonders if we have to play the 10 minutes. Yeah, Southampton attacks slowly, swing across in. Onuachu misses. Corner.
Steve-O puts it out for a corner.
Oh, well, great.
Wow. We can't score.
Wowzers. Chris is taking the dogs out for a walk. They're a true of the team, and we're struggling.
No.
There's just, I don't even know who we could. I mean, we could bring Somerville on. At least we might have a right wing and a left wing. Who else could we possibly bring on at this point?
Corner comes in swinger. It's bouncing, but we'll clear it away. Kudus clears out the box.
Yeah, Ariola could have got that. Mavropanos heads it out of his way.
Oh, Ariola has got this. Put it down the wing, plays it to Kudus. He's got his 2 on him now, though. It's going to be very tough, but he turns back, plays it to Wan-Bissaka. Got to play it inside. Rodriguez was stood still like an absolute div. He's so flat-footed. He's awful.
Absolutely get off the pitch. There's no way, like Andy Irving, the mystery man, Andy Irving. Just get him on the pitch. Get Rodriguez off. I've had Fulkrug off for Somerville. Rodriguez off for anyone. Let's say Irving. Soler off.
Get Rodriguez
off for Irving.
Get Rodriguez off and get Danny Ings and have 2 up top. Let's have a go at Southampton. Jesus.
Yeah. Anything that isn't what it is now would be fine. That midfield 3. What are they doing? Why are we having Souček and Rodriguez anyway against Southampton, and then you plus Soler into that terribly crap mix? And you have 3 disinterested. Yes, Souček will pop up with a goal every several games, but those 2, Jesus Christ! I mean,
but Liverpool crapping themselves.
Yeah, I mean, Kudus has the ball there, and it's just nothing. I mean, Rodriguez, again, he's got that kind of like 45-year-old man run of just hobbling along. Absolute Sunday League person.
Stuart says it takes a lot of effort to play this poorly so often. In fact, it's a testament to their mental toughness to be that consistent.
Because literally it's that moment when Kudus is on the left wing and he turns back and sees, who do I have to pass to? And he had literally no one, because the nearest one to him was Rodriguez, who wasn't, interested.
Flat-footed,
He wasn't interested in taking it. Where was Soler at that point? Why is he not enjoying being, starting and actually going to make something of it? Where the hell was he at that point? Ball's over on the left wing. You're the attacking central midfielder. What do you think your job is at that point in time?
Mr. Hammer says this system is just shy. I'm not sure. I don't know what the system is. Doesn't look like the players do, and that's the problem.
Yeah, there's just no midfield. You somehow have a midfield of 3 who don't exist.
Ings
We've got
made
loads of space at this point. Emerson
Ings
does
says
it all.
a lot of people do as usual, stick Bowen up top, jiggle the midfield, bring Soufal right back. I'll put that out there, Dean, just as your prediction. I'm going to style that message and come back to it.
It's a fair prediction that Lopetegui will just get another fullback on the pitch for no reason. Full crew cross, no.
Did really well to defend that. Defense and clear.
My God.
Hammerlock says Saints look the better team. Yeah, they do. They're by far the better team in this one so far. As they break the counter-attack here. West Ham have got back okay, to be fair. Oh, that's a great tackle. That one, great tackle by Wan-Bissaka. It's good tracking back, to be fair.
Unbelievable. We've got the 20 million-ish Brazilian on the bench. My word. What a season.
Yes, it's Fluffy Python's already on the booze.
Kevin pops up, total garbage. Any other team would be 2-0 up. So bad. It looks like we're trying to wear them out. I mean, this is so bad. It's so bad because it's not even bad. It's just it's the perfect grey nothingness.
Obsidian Curse says, how are we doing? Are we winning? Having to do the family thing, the downside of Christmas. Obsidian, mate, Merry Christmas. Go and spend it with your family. This will only pee you off. If you've avoided most of this first half, you've done a wonderful thing for yourself and your own mental health as the ball comes in. And
this is as close, like emotionally, this is the watching paint dry aspect.
Ross comes in again. Header. Oh, straight at Fabianski. I mean, they are wasteful.
7 yards.
He's Bambi night. He's terrible, but
anytime score or assist 2-1.
If that was Danny Ings, they'd be 3-0 up.
There we go. They've got player to score only now.
Totally free header.
Onuachu, anytime scorer, 3-1.
He's so crap.
3-1 though.
Honestly, we are lucky that we're playing
On
against
actually first goal scorer 7-1. He's had at least 2 headers. They were on target, but they were rubbish. Although Fabianski saved the first one. 3-1. 3-1 anytime. 16-5. He's getting better.
Yeah, how are we not losing? It's correct. I have no idea how we're not losing this one. I mean, this is West Ham, though. We could fluke a win here. And it'd be like, oh, Loppy's done all right. We're mid-table.
Even Kudus is starting to play badly. Just giving the ball away. Kudus gave the ball away. Souček gave the ball away.
2 rubbish teams going at it. Yeah. This is probably one of the... last week when we said this is one of the worst first halves we've ever seen. But then the week before we said this is one of the worst first halves we've ever seen. West Ham just keeps surpassing our crap expectations because this is really
It's
crap.
also worse because the half time has been delayed by 10 minutes. So the idea of actually making some subs is just 10 minutes further away from it.
And that's half time.
Excellent. Come on, we're 15 minutes away from potential substitutions at this point.
Okay, so who would you bring off? I know there's a lot of candidates here, Nick. Who would you bring off? Who would you bring off? People in the comments, let us know.
Yeah, also answer in the chat as well. Put in the chat what subs you'd make. I'd go Rodriguez off and Soler off, and in their place give Andy Irving 45 minutes. Why not? He exists. He's there apparently. We're paying him some money to just jog about a training ground. So give Andy Irving 45 minutes and tell him just make a basic effort, please. Please make effort.
Evan is saying that we are forcing Southampton into an error by boring them.
Yeah, get Guilherme on for if you say Irving went off, if Irving went on Soler off, then Guilherme on, Rodriguez off, just because that can't be worse than that. Doesn't matter if he's young, Premier League experience, playing in the wrong position. Doesn't matter. Can't be worse. And Fulkrug off, Somerville on, and then just put whatever, jink around Bowen and Kudus, have Somerville on the left, have the other 2 central or on the right. Because like our midfield, it's not like our midfield are defending, because Southampton are rubbish anyway. So you could have Irving, Guilherme, you could have anyone else on there. Obviously, Orford or Potts would be nice to actually have some form of West Ham footballer on the pitch. Mm-hmm. So I have no idea when you can play a player through, some players turn into trouble. Instead, DC's players rating. Joseph, there's a shirt out there with Fulkrug's name on it, but if it was being blown around by the wind, it was doing it better than his body. Yeah, it's kind of like the American Beauty swirling plastic bag. Has the goalkeeper actually made a save? Technically, 1, I think, from that Kudus miss.
Yeah, very weak. I don't know if it was deflected or it was just a miss hit, but yeah, it was crap.
Yeah, drunk, stuck in Guernsey Airport waiting for a flight delayed by bad weather. That was the worst part of your day. Yeah, if you were trying to get entertainment, no, go to louisck.com, subscribe. I'm not on commission, but anyway, we're so boring.
Yes.
We are just terrible. Brad answers the question. Somerville on the left, could have done a little Bowen up top, Fulkrug off. Yes, plus a midfield change. We've got to make a midfield change because we don't have a midfield. We just have people who exist. And Southampton go, well, we'll kind of go around the wing and put a cross in.
Yeah. How can we make Southampton look like Brazil? Yeah, that's what we do.
Unbelievable. Juric is a better manager. Is there a current manager in the Premier League you wouldn't take? No, I mean O'Neill and Martin, whatever, Steve Cooper, they've all gone.
Yeah, that's not a bad question. That
obviously, I wouldn't like Van Nistelrooy because he's a Man U person. Couldn't quite stomach that. No. Basically,
no.
Basically, no. Harry House. I know I should just call it. I just can't go to bed. Harry, just go to bed. Go to bed. Just wash your face, brush your teeth. Just.
Mate, if you're watching this and it's not nodding you off, you must be on speed. because this is such a crap match. Anyway, he's terrible.
Do you want Red Bull and vodkas or something as a Christmas?
Inix actually posted a really good question here, which I'm going to put to you, Nick, which I saved. Would we make a good championship side? If we were to go down, would we bounce straight back up?
No, not really, because you always get the best ones. You get like Leeds, the example of someone who plays with pace. Ipswich, when they got up, they did it through goals scored. So yeah, championship, you always get those couple who stand head and shoulders above the rest. We'd just be slow. We'd probably get to the playoff final and lose it to Luton.
Yeah, good question, man. Good question.
So bad. Why are we flicking the ball forward when there's literally... Yeah, I mean, it's just like Lopetegui somehow knows. He kind of knows how bad our midfield are, but he puts them out there. That doesn't make sense. I don't know if he has like voices in his head where he just thinks one thing and also thinks something else at the same time. So he knows, you think, okay, what I'm going to do is put out a midfield who can't play football. And then he tells the other players, well, that's what I've done. So you're going to need to play around them. Just lump it up the wings or something. And we've got that German guy that we spent money on. So let's play it to him.
Yeah.
It's just crap. Right. It literally does fall down to the classic footballing metaphor, whatever, of just any fan being better. I mean, I'm creaky, and when I play my old man 11-a-side vets football, I have to warm up for a long time before the game to get going. There's no way I'm worse than those players because they don't care. They don't care. They're being paid money, and they should be ashamed. And it's also, there is something like modern day culture footballer about it. Obviously, it's not a new thing. It's been going for 20 years or more. Is it right or wrong to buy in players and this and that? We're just observing that aspect just go into like parody when no one's telling Rodriguez and Soler the importance of what this means to the fans, or just generally, like, what is the situation here? You're a Premier League footballer. Millions of people around the world are watching you. And their solution to that is to just, like, what did they do? What did Carlos Soler do with his life in the last 45 minutes of that? What did Rodriguez actually do at that point? How flat-footed could you possibly be on a football pitch?
Oh, he's awful. He's an awful player. Sigma Mike says, our approach to this game is an enigma. Liverpool are going to tear us to shreds. I mean,
it has to be 5-1, doesn't it? 5-1, 6-1.
Even if we play as twice as good as we have in the last 10 games, we're still going to get battered. So if we're playing at this level, I mean, it's going to be an absolute...
Yeah, and that's the thing. But it's not. The thing is, when you watch Liverpool, it's not only about quality. Of course, some of their players are technically good. And they've got some players who are not, they've got Gakpo, who's rubbish, Gravenberch, they've got players, and they technically, obviously they've got, like Diaz and other players in, McAllister, this kind of thing, who are technically good, but it's just their belief and their mentality and the way, the effort, the energy that they're going to put into it, that somehow our players aren't told to do that.
Yeah. Nick, there's a few things here which I know, but one, Bowen's a selfish player. And Filippo says, stop blaming innocent players, blame Bowen. He's awful, selfish, and stupid. He's not had a good game.
I think Filippo's probably like rage baiting at that point. I mean, the Bowen thing, what else is he going to do? What are his options? Lay it into Nicholas Füllkrug, who's not showing for it, cross it to Nicholas Füllkrug, who's not there, pass it back to Wan-Bissaka. None of us want to see that. So I just think there's just no option. There's no midfielder. The job of the midfielder, we've got it, allegedly speaking, we have 3 midfielders that when Bowen gets the ball, do you see Carlos Soler racing over to him showing the ball? No, you don't. Lewis is Gakpo rubbish. What are you talking about? It's just my opinion. When I see him play football,
I'll take him all day long.
I see him miss.
Mark Smith says he has Liverpool tickets. Not sure he wants to go. I suppose it's a long way to drive for 45 minutes if you're going to walk out. So yeah, I can see your point.
Yeah, I wouldn't bother. I met someone who might have some free ticket going at some upcoming games, and I said thanks very much, but no thanks, because the Liverpool game is going to be painful. It's just thinking about it.
Yeah, don't try not to think that far ahead. Michael Beeson says Guido off, Orford on, flat midfield not working, so we need a number 10. I mean, yeah, Guido off for anybody. I think if there's anybody on that pitch, I'd have put Areola on had he not come on.
Yeah, Orford's not on the bench. That's the problem.
Well, that'd be a tough one.
I think so.
But anyone on their bench, I don't care who he is, get somebody on.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like Guilherme and Ings, let them play. They can't be worse. Even if they were crap, they like try. That would be the only. The West Ham I could have left winger, says Tony.
No, Brad thinks that he's checked
I
out.
love West Ham with everything in me, and it's sad to see my West Ham going down the drain. Yeah, Luca Paramore, we have the next name. I can't even get a minute. Riaz, put me in charge. I see Souček, Rodriguez, and Fulkrug are complete dog players.
Somerville's got to come on. I mean, that's one that Somerville has to come on.
He should have started. I think it was just stubbornness. I think it was Lopetegui doing the thing where he thinks that he's so odd. I don't even think he thinks he's clever. Like, he doesn't come across as someone who thinks he's clever. I just don't know what his decision-making process is. No one really. The press conferences, as we've said, like, they're so bad. He just waffles on.
Yeah, James has a good point here, which I do agree with. Like with any striker, I would like to see if all could get a chance in the box, but doubts that would ever happen because players don't cross. It's right, Bowen and Kudus do not cross the ball. They always cut inside and shoot. So if you're a striker, you're there just to pull defenders out of the way. You're not really there to be a striker. So it's tough for any striker to be at West Ham.
Yeah, we're dreadful. Get Soufal, swap with Wan-Bissaka on. Emerson's been okay. It's just the midfield don't exist. Catherine
has been okay
in the US of A. Can't remember what state Catherine was in. Was it Missouri, Mississippi, something? Anyway, seems petty. Somerville's a 10. Anything. I would have Somerville on the pitch at all times because he tries. I like Somerville a lot. He starts by putting effort in all the time, and he's positive, and he tries to take on his man.
Is it? We've had 52% possession. That's that.
Yeah, it's crap. 52%. The worst 52% that has been owned in the Premier League.
Doesn't feel like it, does it? At all. Doesn't feel like it. So, yeah, I mean, we're getting battered by bottom of the league. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Paul says managing. I mean, yeah, like it's so. Like, I was reminded, like, when we played Arsenal, and someone in the chat said, "Could you describe the game more?" And I said, "No," because it's like asking someone to describe what they feel when they're being tortured, and it's just like that. It's just like that today. The first 10 minutes we attacked, and then something in the players' minds, I don't know what, like, because I don't know how their minds work. I don't know how you could live with yourself and sleep at night at any level. If you got on the football pitch at any level, again, when I play a crappy football, you just get on the pitch and you want to enjoy yourself. You have some form of basic pride that you couldn't get away with being this crap away from professional football, ironically. But professional footballers just think they can just not put effort in.
Yeah, again, paid that much. Ogim says, probably to my comment about our wingers not crossing, Kudus crossed and Wan-Bissaka missed it. Yeah, okay, all right. Maybe one or two crosses a game, but as a striker, you're looking for balls to come into that box, balls to come across low, anything high. I think he's quite decent in the air. Nothing comes in high. I mean, our corners are absolutely dog. Can't remember the last time I scored from a corner. Crap.
Yeah, since Ward-Prowse left. Catherine's in Tennessee. I forgot. I shall try. We'll never see Kudus in the middle. I mean, he's drifted over there. Like, he's taken it upon himself to drift over. Luca, imagine Lopi owns a lot of cats. I can see that.
8 shots, 1 on target, West Ham. Passing accuracy, Actually pretty high.
Maybe Granger. Wasn't there a Granger who played for someone like Huddersfield who was really good at left-footed free kicks? He used to bowl the opposition.
Dave Granger. That was Dave Granger, isn't it?
Bad now. I don't feel the pride I had when watching the 70s. And Housefly says we need a quick, strong striker. We need a midfielder. We need to somehow, in the transfer window, we need to make magic happen and get rid of players that we've just got in. So just get rid of them. Stop paying their wages. Get back the youngsters because they can't be any worse. And it's also the same thing. It's like when Scars came on against Brighton, he was out of position a couple of times defensively, but it didn't matter because it's like, oh, well, he's an academy player and it's only like second game, so fair enough. When he had the ball, he was still comfortable and confident and tried to make forward passes with it. So it's like you get the youngsters back and it doesn't matter if they make mistakes and give the ball away, whatever, which they're not going to do that much anyway because they're actually quite decent.
So the players are out and I'm just trying to see if I can see any substitutes. I can't see yet. I'm just waiting for that to come up. I'll let you know.
Just God, please. Baby Jesus, Christmas baby Jesus, in your nativity scene, please. Can we have £8 beautiful soft-skinned baby Jesus? Please let him have made substitutions.
I can't see anyone substitute yet. Let's have a
look. No, they're looking at Alvarez. Just what we need. A defensive midfielder. That's what this game was crying out for. Julen Lopetegui, in his infinite wisdom, is putting on. Oh God. What's he whispering in Alvarez's ear?
Yeah, Guido is the worst. He really is.
What's he saying? Yeah, when they've when we get the ball, forwards attack. I think he's the only one.
He's for Rodriguez, isn't it?
Must be.
It's for Soler. He's gone off for Soler. So now we've got two defensive.
So our midfield now, the midfield of West Ham United against Southampton is
Alvarez,
Rodriguez,
and Souček.
Let's go.
Pace everywhere. Jesus.
I'm going to go to the services and relieve myself.
Yeah. And Somerville not even on. So I don't know. Is he trying to win the midfield because we're losing everything there? Yeah, diabolical sub. Oh, really? Yeah, that is ridiculous. That's a ridiculous sub. I don't know what he's trying to do with that. Oh my God! How? Oh. White Craig, love that. Is he for real? I'm an American, and even I know that's retarded. Oh my. Can't. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening with West Ham. We do have the ball. Played at Wan-Bissaka. No, we've got to sack him. We really have to sack him. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't think Soler had a good game. Don't think anyone did. But at least he's the only midfielder there that's creative enough to get the ball forward. And he takes him off. So basically, you're leaving your entire attacking now to Kudus and Bowen, who hasn't really been in the game at all. Oh, my God. Yes, sack. Yeah, there's not a lot. Tony sums this up perfectly. Over to you, David Sullivan, as Ariota clears and it just goes out for a free kick. Southampton have the ball. Oh, dear. I see another tough 45 minutes happening. So Southampton have it. Just playing it around the back at the moment. As Mike said, there should have been Somerville on. And in false change, Soler limps off at half-time. But even if he has limped on, bring Guilherme off. I don't see the point. Bring Guilherme and Somerville. At least that's a bit of pace. We know what you're going to get from Rodriguez and Ederson, apart from a yellow card. You're going to get a yellow card out of one of them, and they're going to get no pace. But Somerville and Guilherme at least brings a bit of energy to it. This is just Awful. Evan says this is like Homer Simpson running the nuclear plant.
My God.
Geordie. It's not that bad, Geordie. I'm not going to put that one up, but you're not quite that bad.
Where was that one? Oh, there we go.
Inex saying, yeah, Solo was injured. Yeah, he was injured, but I just don't know why they bring Alvarez on.
Why does Andy Irving? Why are we paying him to?
We're not paying him much.
Quite literally sit on the bench.
I think it's the same as a kit man, doesn't he? He's on pittance. One of the worst paid Premier League footballers, isn't he?
So we got it now. Like at least the entertaining thing is to see what we do wrong. It's kind of like playing a board game of some sort. So now we've got it at the back, passing it around slowly. Areola not sure what he's going to do. Goes to the halfway line, and we lose possession. And then Southampton put it back to their defence. So, yeah, that was how we lost possession at that point. Slowest, oldest, most boring team I've seen. We had Moyes for 4 years.
Yeah, saying something, isn't it?
Trying to get sacked. You notice that Souček is never injured because he's lazy. Loppy's definitely lost the plot. Yeah, we're stuck with him to the end of the season. I think it's the only way around it. The only clutching at straws dreaming to be done is that we're 5 days away from the January transfer window.
Yeah. What's going to happen there, though? All we're going to do is
Alvarez is in defence with the ball, tries to spray it right to Bowen, who has a bit of space. I mean, he's a lot of space, so he's got some room to attack. Drives in, cross, just kind of into an area low. Nothing came of it. And then Saints are going to probably counter.
That's a bit of slow ball, so I think we'll slow counter. And we've got players back now. Darren Lee says, remember, that's all the subs you use now. You get 5 subs now, don't you?
Yeah.
So we've still got 2 more. Souček's always walking. Yeah.
Sounds like there's a song there. Souček always walking. Miscellaneous. We are so boring to watch.
Yeah, it's a tough watch. Watching West Ham this season has been really hard. Worse than Moyes. He's worse than Moyes. Not that he's the answer, but he's worse.
I mean, it's on par. I watched the Southampton home game.
Moyes could be a yellow card.
It might have been two seasons ago. Oh, red card for.
Oh, great.
Okay, we're down to 10 men.
Was that Rodriguez or Wan-Bissaka?
Yeah, Rodriguez looks
Rodriguez. Like. So I said one of them's got a card in him. I didn't think it'd be red. I don't know if that was a red. I don't know if he was out of control.
I mean, he didn't injure the player, so Kyle Walker-Peters is not. He's not rolling around on the ground.
Let's just playing this in slow-mo.
How is that a red card?
No, it's not a red card. I think they'll have to. He's got to look at that and overturn it to make it a yellow.
I mean, that was a slip, and it wasn't even a bad. It wasn't even a slip over the ball.
The ref can look at this though, can't he?
Because he slipped.
He's going to go and look at it on VAR.
His foot moved a bit, but
it wasn't a red.
He didn't slip and then go with his studs up. You know, like you've seen sometimes. Like that was that Curtis Jones, the Liverpool player. You know, he went over the ball.
Is it VAR? This will be overturned. This is nowhere near red.
I mean, even stupid refereeing, it was literally a slip. And at the time he slipped, his foot was like that. So it carried on a bit like that.
Yeah. No, it's just humble. I mean, that's just...
After this, Kyle Walker-Peters accepted, the high five from his
barely
team.
A yellow. Bloody ridiculous.
Even if it was a yellow, that would be weak yellow.
Yeah.
It says checking red card, serious foul play. This ref is an absolute numpty.
Nowhere near serious foul play.
He's going to rescind it. Yeah, it's rescinded.
Yeah, he's going to overturn this.
Stupid refereeing. He just got too excited. He thought he was going to be patted on the head by the king of the referees, Howard Webb. Ugh, referees. It's like politicians. You have to have something wrong with you to want to go through that process.
Yeah.
You can't play football, but I'll be the star attraction. Obviously, he's rescinded it and put it as a yellow. It wasn't even a yellow.
What even a yellow? No.
It was a slight slip. His stud made a bit of contact with Kyle Walker-Peters' toe. How is that a yellow? What, you fell over? Don't fall over. Yellow card. If you fall over, if you find your center of gravity changing, curl into a ball immediately into fetus position so you do not touch an opposition player.
Ridiculous.
Refereeing. And it is time. If anyone was wondering, it is time for 8% volume pina colada, perfectly mixed cocktail, ready to drink, 2 measures of white rum, pineapple and coconut. Delicious.
So you might as well get Rodriguez off now and put on Guilherme then.
Yeah, because the referee's basically going to look for an
excuse want to give him a red
to get rid of him. If Lopetegui needed a reason to make a sub,
that is it. Yeah,
free kicks coming in. Well done. Good defending by Todibo, right place, good header. That referee, something else is going to happen in this game. That referee's going to want to get involved again.
Obsidian makes a good point here. VAR has saved Loppy so many times. It has. Like we've been really poor, really crap, and we're where we are in the league, really low. And VAR has helped us massively. If it weren't for VAR, we'd be bottom 3.
Yeah, VAR. Obviously, the Bournemouth goal, the Menu goal. I mean, Isaac scored first for Newcastle. VAR sided that. We've actually been quite lucky this season.
Oh, Wan-Bissaka's touch. Terrible. He's lucky. He's managed to keep it.
Oh, dear.
Goes around the defender. Ross comes in. Oh, straight to the keeper's arms. Jesus, this is... standard.
That's the thing, like, because of the way we are, if you were the manager, just sheer boredom, you'd think, you know what, throw on Guilherme. Like, you just think to yourself, I'm bored watching this. It's crap. And David Solomon is never going to sack me because that means that he might have done something wrong. So I've got like a free season ahead of me.
Yeah, but who are we bringing in? It's like, it's another yellow card there. Souček. That's a stupid foul.
That was more of a red than the other one.
Yeah. Because
the ball was gone. His body position wasn't like trying to make a tackle. The ref was going
to be fair, he was nudged by Downs, wasn't he? I think got banged into him.
Yeah, I guess. That put him a bit off balance, but he didn't have to.
It's not hardly a yellow, isn't it?
Yeah, the ref is going to want to try and prove that.
David,
Souček misses next match, so we don't have him for Liverpool.
David says he loves West Ham. He's very tempted to watch The People That Time Forgot on the telly. If you put that on YouTube and do a watch along, can you give me a call and let us know so I can tune in? Because it's got to be better than watching this absolute tripe from West Ham. This is just getting painful now.
Yeah, I don't think we've got any players warming up on the side.
But you're right. I mean, who are you going to bring on? Who's really going to come in and affect this game? Even if you can't, even if you change Danny Ings for Füllkrug, strikers are not getting. Nothing's coming up to the striker. You've got to be midfield. So give Guilherme a chance, for Christ's sake, especially with Rodgers on a yellow.
Yeah, or Andy Irving.
Irving's not.
Andy Irving. He seems a bit physically weak, but at least he might get on the ball and try and play a through ball.
West Ham win the ball back. Goes to Kudus. Ross comes in. It's just an aimless crosses, though. It's a problem. Rodriguez plays a crap ball. Goes to Southampton. We get it back.
Scrappy.
Alvarez puts, I don't know if it's a cross or a shot, but Ramsdale gathers it easy. Comes to nothing. No final ball quality. Right, Nick, over to you.
We're not losing. Transfer window's 5 days away. I've said that.
2. One more. Come on. Give her a hat trick.
Somerville's available to come on.
Yeah, we're stretching, but we'll take it. I mean, that's all we can do at this point. So It's not great, but West Ham do win a corner.
Oh, a corner. It's a corner. Come on.
Not won a corner for a long time.
Come on, it's a corner. 3 points incoming. Souček header. Let's go.
No, Fulcrook's going to bang this header. Bullet header. What a terrible bit of defending, thankfully for us.
Oh dear. I said I wasn't going to drink today as a kind of detox from yesterday, but I've fallen short.
Ball comes in. Oh, if Souček's header, it didn't really do anything. Southampton's going to clear.
Yeah, decent cross
Debo's got it
around penalty spot, but then a bit of heading tennis.
Oh, Souček in the box. The Bowen. Yes! Woohoo! Owen scores. I mean, it's such a bad goal. Was it Fulcrook?
What a bad goal. Oh, God.
Oh, that is crap. But come on, West Ham.
My word.
This is going to be another one of those where we
positivity. The players are, supporting each other. Like after that goal, there's a lot of
relief. I think that's a relief.
There's a lot of well dones. There's a lot of everyone's in the celebration. What a shit goal, but they all count.
Yeah.
Southampton tried to header it away. Header went back in. Header goes up over there.
He's onside.
On the left wing. Emerson put it to Alvarez. Alvarez crosses in. Onside.
The Fulcrook assist.
Souček headers it back. Southampton don't deal with it. Yeah, Fulcrook won it to get it down, and then Bowen was there.
Yeah. Fulcrook nods on.
Scrappy,
Bowen gets in.
Scrappy goals you're likely to see against Southampton.
First proper shot on target, really.
I mean, Fulcrook did well to be strong. Bowen did well to be active in the box and be going on. Like Bowen gambled on Fulcrook winning that, and he did. So Bowen was in the right place.
Chippy says that was a perfect set piece, all planned on the training ground.
Yeah, they planned that one. They said, put it in, header.
When he passes around.
Yeah, get it back on the left.
This is it. It's just written. We are so crap and we'll win it. But
again, like with us being so crap permanently in the last 20 years or so. But even now, when we score a goal, you feel slightly embarrassed. Like that's what it took to get a goal against Southampton.
Cool, that was close
on the 60th minute.
Yeah,
it's kind of like when you were playing. Let's say you were playing football in school on the playground at lunchtime. Let's say you were playing like World Cup doubles. And let's say you were just playing against like just the worst ones, just the terrible ones.
Yeah.
You just feel a bit ashamed when you score.
Yeah, that's why Fulcrook was ball. Yeah, that's it. Those nod-ons, definitely.
The nod-on, £20 million nod-on.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it.
Can we keep a clean sheet against the mighty Championship challengers of 25-26 Southampton?
John says, "Are you watching Liverpool?"
Yes. Yeah. If we can replicate this game plan, which is just be crap for an hour and then score a scrappy goal.
Southampton on the attack now, though. Like West Ham are tracking back well.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 3 central defensive midfielders on, so don't worry. If we can get another fullback on, I might feel safer.
Southampton just knocking it around at the moment, but we're not
Is that
any real pressure.
Fulcrook's probably on about 4 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist.
Yeah, it looks all right, doesn't it?
That is a £20 million striker stat.
Walker Peters up against. No, it's cleared away. Bowen. It's got too much to run into. Southampton win it back. And Mavropanos clears. It's become very scrappy. It's gone back to being very scrappy.
It's just, yeah, I mean, it's just quick and it was slow and crap, and now it's quicker and crap.
Nice assist from Fulkrug. He is the German Pele. So Southampton have it back now. We just sit a bit deeper.
And this is another 2 goals. Steady on. David is taking ownership of the goal.
Well played. Great assist.
So 30 minutes left.
Oh, Southampton on the attack. Cross comes in. Oh, the Devo absolutely air shots it. Luckily, Wan-Bissaka was behind him.
I mean, we definitely need another goal. I don't trust our defence to keep a clean sheet. I still think the ref is going to try and do something to not be so shown up by his stupid decision earlier. We definitely need another goal.
Yeah. I mean, they are really bad up front, luckily, Southampton, but they've got chances in them. Somerville would stick crosses in all day long. Yeah, he would. He does.
Still 0-0 Bournemouth Palace, 2-0 Newcastle Villa, 1-0 Forest Tottenham, 1-0 Chelsea Fulham. Oh, there is a later game, Wolves Man U. We'll be supporting Wolves later on from 5:30 p.m. I shall be solidly behind Wolverhampton Wanderers for 90 minutes.
This doesn't move us in the table, though, does it?
Nothing will.
No.
We are now in the land that points forgot. We shall stay 14th forever. We've got Liverpool and City next.
Oh, actually, yeah, we've gone above Man U, haven't we?
Is it Liverpool, City, Villa, or is someone else between? Is it Fulham? Let's have a look. No, it's the Villa Cup game. So it's Liverpool, City. Villa, I think, is a Friday game. I think the 10th of January is a Friday because it's on TV. Then after that, then we've got Fulham at home, Palace at home. Get 4 points out of that, we'll be plumbing 14th come February.
So West Ham are winning at the moment and Tottenham are losing. So actually it's not turning out to be such a bad Boxing Day. At least that's a bit of gloating rights.
Florence's goal department has been pretty much shit show. Well, I mean, wait, if we can somehow scrap our way to another one, it would look all right. 2-0, just easy victory against relegation fodder Southampton. We are those bastards in claret and blue, etc. Oh God, don't give a penalty. Didn't look like it from here, but referee's not interested.
Dylan says we could get a point from City. They look kind of shitty at the moment. I mean, the way we've been playing, the luck we've had. I mean, he's a very lucky manager, even though we're only 13th. He has been very lucky. But we'll take it. Bowen on attack. He's got a bit of space in front of him. Is he going to pass? Cuts inside, shoots, doesn't pass. Kudus gets it. Can he get shot off? No. Is it blocked? He gets it back, though.
I mean, he had to, in Bowen's defence, he had to shoot at that point.
Cross comes in. Wan-Bissaka on the far side. Too much. And Millwall 2-0 down.
He's crying out for Crescencio Somerville. No pun intended, but we need to make an attacking substitution.
We are joint 11th. Just a goal difference.
Why is Chippy trying to be fair to the ref? That's not what we do. Come on.
Dean says we could go up to 11th and move above Man U, Brentford and Spurs. All we need to do is score 20 goals to go above Tottenham. So if we score 20 in this match, we could go to 11th.
Yeah, another fullback. As predicted, another fullback is joining.
Somerville's coming on.
The fray. That's good.
Somerville and Creswell on. Who's gone off?
Does this move? Is he going to put
Rodriguez off? Who else?
Fulkrug. So Cresswell is left back. Emerson is left wing.
He's probably pushed Wan-Bissaka up then, hasn't he?
But then where's Bowen? Also, does that make Bowen central? No, that doesn't make sense. Still can't quite work out what's going to happen. Yeah, Kudus is right now. So now he's done the thing that he should have started with. Kudus is right, Bowen central, Somerville's left. Wan-Bissaka's on the right.
Yeah,
So it's like
central.
a 5-2-3.
Yeah, it's hard to tell at the
I
moment.
think we're playing 5-2-3.
Oh, that's good. Oh, just past the post. That was a good pass from Carl Walker-Peters. But Southampton again just can't take the opportunity. Another let off for West Ham.
Well, I just said it. I'm going to say it again. I think we're playing 5-2-3. I don't think I've seen 5-2-3 before in Premier League history.
James Gunn says Fulcrook starts playing well when they take him off.
Playing well's kind.
Yeah, I think that's generous, James. That's Christmas spirit there. Yeah, Stefan makes a good point. I know everybody's saying Bowen is selfish, but if he isn't, who else is going to score? No one does.
He had to take a shot then, and he dribbled into the box 16 yards away from goal. So, yeah. Or are we playing a kind of 3-4-3? I think we're playing a mix between 3-4-3 and 5-2-3 because Wan-Bissaka, I think we're playing 3-4-3 of some sort. I don't really know what we're doing. If you can imagine, Wan-Bissaka is a wing back.
Yeah, I think he's more of a wide midfielder.
And then Todibo seemed to be on the right.
Oh, West Ham could have through. Oh, just across the face of goal. Oh, Somerville got through. Don't know how because the camera was on the bench, so I didn't actually see who played him in. And we'll see it now as a throw on. Bowen through to Somerville. He was wide. Oh, just wide of the post. Let's see how wide it was from this angle. Yeah. No curl on it, unfortunately, but good, quick thinking.
Another goal. Okay, so concentrating on where the players are standing.
Yeah, West Ham we're knocking it about a bit now, at least. Confidence. The goal was giving us a bit of confidence. Oh, that plays it all the way back to the goalkeeper.
I mean, at least they were passes to a teammate.
Yeah.
Areola tries to chip it to absolutely nowhere.
Wan-Bissaka picks it up.
Great shot stopper, can't distribute it. I mean, we're trying to play football in the last minute, so that's all right. Yeah. I don't know what we're playing. Todibo is kind of a right back, kind of a right centre back. Wan-Bissaka is basically in a free roll, if I had to say it.
Ziyech, Jesus. Doesn't pass it to Bowen, he shoots it to Bowen, who obviously can't control it.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka's a midfielder. So when the ball was on the right wing, Wan-Bissaka was at the centre of the football pitch. And Todibo was on the right back.
Southampton have it. Walker-Peters is probably the most dangerous Southampton player.
Yeah, good tackle back
well there. But good pressure from Southampton, win it back. Good tackle
by Wan-Bissaka. I've never seen a defender have a free roll before, but this is what Wan-Bissaka has.
James has a controversial thing here. Somerville is honestly trash, but people rate him because he works hard. He's like the Dutch Snodgrass.
James, working hard is better. Everything's relative. So if you start off with working hard, you're already better than the players that we have elsewhere. So that's the first thing. Secondly, I think he's also good, technically speaking.
There's a foul here. I don't know who it was that fouled. Emerson.
High foot. I mean, it was barely a foul.
Yeah,
but the made
Southampton player
contact. Yeah, Southampton player acts like he's been violently injured.
Yeah, Catherine says we're incredibly lucky that Southampton can't finish their chances. Absolutely. And that's exactly why they're bottom. Definitely agree with that, mate.
Oh, Liverpool game's a nightmare.
Oh, it's double substitution for Southampton.
Yeah, they've got
Dibbling
that.
and Sulemana on.
They've got that locally raised Dibbling. We desperately need a goal.
Yeah, as DC says, it's got a stinky 1-1 feel to this game.
Chelsea Fulham 1-1. Chelsea Fulham 1-1. I have a £1 bet. I could cash out for £5. Or shall I leave it on? I've got Forest, Chelsea Fulham draw, and Brighton Brentford draw. £1 would make £54 if I'm correct. I think Chelsea are probably going to win. Oh, I bet.
So cross comes in, but it's easily gathered, and West Ham got the ball. Hoofed forward. The Bowen. I mean, you can't hoof balls like that to Bowen. They're not gonna stick. Southampton win it back. Clear up. Somerville's got a chance here. Oh, plays it wide to Bowen. Play it back to Somerville. Too slow. Oh, and shot comes in, and Kudus just hits into the side netting. That was good. That was positive.
Southampton 3-1 draw. Just FYI. The only thing we've got going for us is the quality of the opposition. This is the state that we find ourselves in. Yeah, Kudus. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but you'd hope him to at least hit the target. 3 central defensive midfielders on the pitch.
Well, at least that's a foul to West Ham. At least Somerville, I think, scares players because he is so fast and direct. So whether he's got the end product, but he's probably like Kyle Walker-Peters for Southampton. Like when he gets the ball, he's actually one of the dangerous. I think it's similar. Oh, he's got an injury there.
Soucek bleeding. Snodgrass would get into this team. That's how bad we are.
Oh, so 75 minutes.
You could place 5 more £1 bets with £5. Very true.
Big Shack.
All the people saying, I like someone to prove my point. Bowen works on is actually good. That's the standard. Yeah, but you can only go with the standard of what we have. Obviously, if you're talking about the standard of what we would like, personally, I still think Somerville is good enough for us and good, and I like him. We just need some energy in midfield.
Yeah, you do need energy.
Southampton still 3-1 draw.
So Kudus has it near the corner flag. It's been pulled there.
Yeah, clearly.
Wan-Bissaka needs to make that run. He does. Alvarez crosses in.
Strange cross.
Ball, but Emerson wins it. No. West Ham win it back. Southampton win it back. It's getting a bit scrappy.
This is championship level.
Yeah.
Football at this point in time.
Yes, not silky. I'd say that.
20 minutes to go.
I mean, it's scrappy from both teams. Not really much happening. Wan-Bissaka has it, plays it forward, but Bowen isn't going to get that. Pressure the keeper.
Well, that's the thing. It's just our players have to basically avoid our midfield. I mean, what was that from Alvarez?
Yeah, Kudus didn't.
Like a weird, donkey flick back header to no one. What does Andy Irving do? Why does Andy Irving exist? Yikes.
Yeah, it's a bit pointless.
No look of a substitution taking place. Lopetegui not interested. trying to grind out a 1-0, a famous away 1-0 Boxing Day victory to go down in the history books. In 10 years' time, you'll see the Sky Sports Classics. Julian Lopetegui masterminded a position.
There hasn't been any yet, has there?
Positionally abstract formation. This
West Ham get a free kick.
Free football. This is abysmal. So I think the camera does think the camera's now like spending time looking at the bench, just panning around the crowd.
Yeah, something to do.
The director's just.
Ball comes in from Creswell, nods on from Bowen, just over.
Yeah.
Not bad.
He even had a lot of time then.
It's got too much on it.
Wow.
It's very hard to score.
Nice.
Though.
My word. Unbelievable. Anyway, has anyone had any Christmas Day arguments with their family or in-laws? Please tell me. Please. Has anyone had any passive-aggressive moments with family or in-laws at the dinner table? Has anyone had a bit of argy-bargy? Any family member drunk too much and ruined Christmas? Any interesting stories that might liven up the next 10 minutes of our lives?
Or did anyone get a memorable joke from a Christmas cracker? Put a bit of cheer. Give us a bit of a smile.
No, I do know a fantastic limerick, but I can't say it on YouTube. I will be banned, much like my Instagram account. If you're that bored and you've got a TikTok account, Hammers Chat Nick, maybe I can get like 24 followers.
Oh, they didn't go out. We were very lucky then.
TikTok, Hammers Chat Nick. Instagram, West Ham Fortunes. Although I don't say anything on Instagram because of the aforementioned banning situation due to making a sarcastic comment.
Robin says, never mind watching paint dry. This is like watching an unopened paint pot.
So Dean says, kids have had standard meltdowns.
Yeah.
Playing games. I got a Nintendo Switch a while ago. I've been playing a lot of classic Mario Kart with my kids. Classic Mario Kart is always lovely.
Does anyone else's kid scream whilst playing things like Fortnite? My 12-year-old now, 13 soon, he screams his head off in his bloody headphones playing Fortnite. Does my nutting.
No, my son's into more like Roblox, Minecraft, this kind of thing. And yeah, just like chatting with his friends on Discord, making up like rude words that they can't say. But if each person says the next letter of the rude word in the chat, then they can get away with saying it.
Yeah, I mean, crosses are coming in from Southampton, but it's nothing dangerous. West Ham just clearing, and it's a bit paintball. Now, Bowen has the ball. I loses it.
DC wonders if my 10 positive things, of which 7 were no way positive, baffling, really intentional. I mean, it was always my intention to baffle whenever possible, because there should always be nuance to everything said. I mean, I was just, I have nothing to say about that. It was just spinning nonsense, like Paqueta being banned. I said that was a positive because I'm absolutely sick of him. I said Fulkrug being crap. That was a positive because then we knew he was crap. We didn't need to play him again. Lopetegui doesn't quite get that. Obviously, he knew he had a 60-minute assist. Can we play that in here? We could just do a Mario Kart watch along. Would be more interesting than this. Catherine's family are MAGA, sisters are liberal. Good.
MAGA. I found my MAGA.
Dylan's asked why, presumably, his son screamed to piss people off. I pointed out it pissed me off and he stopped screaming. Yeah.
I think it's all the YouTube. That's all they watch. Anything that's on YouTube is just idiots screaming at games.
Yeah, I try and let a lot go with, but I do have like some YouTube rules is, yeah, I basically lose my patience quite a lot with that. obviously like mindfully lose my patience. I obviously don't want to be, the dickhead dad who's like, turn that off. That's young people rubbish.
I just mock it. Oh, Southampton.
So more or less anything goes in our house, but just not American YouTubers.
Bambi plays crap ball.
Can't talk. They just yell. I mean, since our goal,
nothing has really happened from either side.
We've had a Kudus side netting.
Yeah.
We've had a Bowen header off target. I'd say the stadium is 80% full at best. Southampton makes a sub. Maybe that'll spring Lopetegui into making an attacking substitution.
Adam Lallana's coming on.
Oh God, he's just crap enough to score against us.
Got a goal in him, hasn't he?
Yes, Southampton.
We keep hoofing it towards Bowen. Loses it.
Because it's as if we had 3 central defensive midfield players on the pitch. My God. The link between midfield and attack at this point.
Oh man, we can't string 3 passes together at the moment. It's just gone back to being one of the crappiest games.
Yeah, it is really mind-numbingly. It's basically like having
Allardyce.
It's basically like having Allardyce in charge.
Oh, Kudus wins the ball, but then just slips. Studs go. Jem Mavropanos, to be fair, I mean, he's not had much to do, but he hasn't made a blunder. I hope I haven't spoke too soon. Southampton with the ball on the edge of the box. Cross comes in, blocked by Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, this is just... You can see why Southampton are where they are. Really can.
Yes. Lopetegui shit show, no identity, utter garbage, says Argum. Oh, Dean was talking about the made-up swear word guess the letter game. Oh, dear. Why no score shown in these live chats? I mean, we're winning 1-0 because there's 2 various systems that can be used. There is another one that has the score and the timer and the lineup. We're not fans of that. And also there's like a 30-second delay. So it's you kind of lose something in the chat interaction. Not that we're lightning on it to begin with. Oh, Fulham 2-1 against Chelsea. Well, that's...
Southampton cross comes in, but it's to no one again. Just really poor from Southampton. They just seem to hoof the ball in. Doesn't really go to anyone. But they have got Bambi up front. They're never going to... I mean, shouldn't score with him.
They are just as bad as we are.
I mean, DC says this quite right. It looks like both teams have just had a skinful. It does. Neither are playing well.
Yeah, I've forgotten about the Everton game. I've literally forgotten about how bad that was.
No, Southampton roll the dice, put the last 2 subs on. Carl Walker-Peters has gone off, which is good because I think he was the most dangerous player for Southampton.
Well, full time in Tottenham. Forest beat Tottenham 1-0.
Oh, that's good. Well, that's a happy day.
It says Fulham are 2-1 up against Chelsea, but it's got everything locked. So I don't know either if they're reviewing something or if it's full time because this is 90 plus 6. That does mean my £1 bet is out the window, which is the worst thing to happen today.
I mean, Villa's a strange one as well. Villa beaten 3-0 by Newcastle.
Yeah, I mean, they did okay recently, but then they had that bad run of form. They didn't win for like 6 games or something in December.
So we're on 86.5 minutes.
86. We can all get back to our lives. For dinner, I'm going to have barbecued pulled pork. I'm going to eat it in a panini, in a crisp and delicious panini. And I'm quite looking forward to it.
Just having leftovers. Well, I can't remember what's left over, but the fridge is full of things wrapped in foil. So it's just a case of unwrapping stuff and chowing down whatever's there.
Yeah.
So I have to play it forward.
Some gravy left over.
Todibo
maybe
blocks it.
Wow. Positives. Todibo's had a good game. Mavropanos hasn't made a mistake. Fullbacks have been fine. The entire issue has been no midfield.
Todibo's been okay. I mean, but they've not had much to do. I mean, Southampton have made our defence look good.
Non-existent midfield. Sounds pretty good. You can have brown sauce and panini. No, because it's like a pulled pork with barbecue sauce. The best barbecue sauce I tried recently, and it was fantastic. There was a Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce.
Emerson off, Soufal on.
Yes, let's go. Soufal, first ever West Ham goal on the way. Can't wait. It's going to be good. Fulham still 2-1 against Chelsea. All bets are locked. Don't know what that means. 90 plus 8.
Throw on from Southampton, nods on, and Bambi hits it into the side netting. Yeah, just flicks a toe at it.
Respect the point. Adam Lallana goal. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, still sack him. That would be good. It would be nice. It would be really good. It would be good if the owner cared about the football club that he owns. But that's not our reality. It's not where we're living at this point in time.
Southampton attacking again.
Lots of crappy Southampton attacks.
Tadebo's man of the match for me. I think he's blocked quite a lot today. He's done well.
Yeah, he's done everything. Twitching with excitement. It pretty much is. When it ends, I can just eat my feelings, so to speak.
It's 89 minutes here. Who is your man of the match? Let us know in the comments.
I don't know what we're going to do for the Liverpool game.
Yeah.
Commentary-wise.
Oh,
that was close from
jeez. So
that was close.
That was Bambi again, but he's headed it. It's just gone. Can't get a shot on target. But he's had way too many shots. He could have scored. He could have got a hat trick today.
Southampton draw 7-1. And Fulham did beat Chelsea. There we go.
Smeet says, "You guys are actually twitching with excitement that this thing ended." Yes, we are. We really are. This has been a hard watch. I think everyone can agree.
Yeah, I mean, in the Liverpool game, at least we're going to get goals. Obviously, all of them will be against us. At least there'll be something to watch.
7 minutes of added time. Where's 7 minutes come from? There's been a lot of subs, but not 7 minutes worth. Jeez.
No, I mean, Souček went down for a few seconds. My God.
Oh. So, man of the match shouts Bowen. Dylan agrees. Trev says Fabianski, and he only played 55 minutes. He did pull off a really good save.
Just unbelievable. Right. Playing defensively against the worst team in the league. Unable to press them. Not interested in pressing them. They hoof it forwards, and we smash it back.
I don't know why he did that, but we might get away with it.
Technically, we've got possession. Okay,
Alvarez plays it wide. Somerville.
Okay, yeah, we strung 3-4 passes together. Wan-Bissaka goes for it, gets tackled.
Oh, he's diving. Wan-Bissaka does a theatrical dive. I don't like that. Southampton win it back.
Mavropanos kicks it out. You don't see that a lot these days. Kick it out for the throw-in on purpose. Who would you like to see come in the January transfer window, says Richard? A midfielder? An energetic midfielder? A midfielder who gets possession? Yeah. Weren't we linked with Liverpool's Endo? I don't know if he plays for them regularly anymore. I mean, obviously, it is, you'd rather sit on the bench for them, but...
I don't know why we don't loan players. We don't ever seem to loan anyone. Good, anyway.
No, I mean, we're linked with a lot of midfielders that came good after they went to other clubs. Obviously linked with McTominay a lot of times, and now he's having the season of his life in Italy.
Yeah. West Ham not really pushing forward. They're just happy to keep possession.
We could recall James Ward-Prowse from his loan. Get some corner goals.
Afrin says, any word on Fabianski? I haven't heard anything as yet. I think we'll know for a while anyway.
My word, this game has made me drowsy.
What are
the commentators saying? How are the professional TV commentators? If anyone can hear commentators talking about it, what on earth are they talking about?
Oh, great tackle.
Yeah.
Oh, Todibo, a marvelous tackle, and then just doesn't pass it.
Southampton on the right wing.
4 minutes left.
Making Southampton look comfortable on the ball.
Just take
Fortunately, they're crap. Todibo's down with cramp or something or other.
I think he may have done something when he done a great tackle. Then he went to get up to clear it and kind of fell. So hopefully that's not a pull. But stay down as long as you can, my son.
My God, I didn't know Liverpool-Leicester was today. Whereas Liverpool-Leicester, if Liverpool maybe get a sending off or two, it's going to be a weird game.
Yeah, how can we be on 23 points? I mean, with -7. And Palace are 16th with -8.
Against Liverpool, he's probably going to go 5-3-2, isn't he? Depending on Kilman and his shoulder injury.
Yeah, we are the last game to finish today, obviously, with the injury. Shot comes in.
Oh dear, I think my text-based link.
Yeah, mine did as well, just as the shot come in.
Not sure if I can get another one up. It's 90 plus 5 on the official timer, which means we might have 2 more minutes of this nonsense to go. There we go. Whew. Southampton shot from 15 yards out.
Fab offers a lot of leadership skills, Dylan says. Andrew says the man of the match is the Ball Boys.
Wow.
This is just blow it up, ref.
Is being crab going to help us against Liverpool?
What, lull them into a false sense of security?
Yeah, well, if we just play 5 at the back, 3 central defensive midfielders, so we've got 8 defensive players, and then Bowen and Kudus.
No, I think we'll get battered. Last minute, long throw from Southampton. It's thrown in. Cleared.
Yeah, official time's 90 plus 7.
Lallana in.
I think it might be about
Todibo clears again. Another cross. Header. Oh, just wide. They've had a lot of shots and just missed the post. And it's Bambi again.
Well done to 300 people for sticking around and going through this with us. Just well done. Thank you. Congratulations for being West Ham supporters.
It's your turn next week, Nick. You've got to put the shirt. You've got a horrendous piece of clothing. We're going to keep it out when we keep winning.
I'll try and find one. Still on the official timer, it still says 90 plus 7. I don't know if it's actually stated full time yet. It says 90 plus 8. So they're still playing. My God. So what day is it today? Thursday. When's Liverpool?
Just man of the matches. Onuchev being our best defender. Yeah, he's missed a lot. Yeah, I told you he's awful. That's a foul to West Ham. So we just take our time here, and that should be it. Hopefully.
Jeeps says every time West Ham win, you get to change your pants. Yeah, full time. There we go. Full time. Wow. It was full time. It's a famous away victory. It's 3 points. It was, how many shots on target did we have? Not including the goal. 1. I want to say 1 shot on target in that game. And I'm going to say 3 shots off target, maybe.
Yeah, as a lot of people say, that was hard work, painful. But as Jeff rightly says, we needed the 3 points. That's a positive thing there. We needed the 3 points. We've got that this season. I mean, this is a write-off. We know it's a write-off. This is just try and finish as high as we can. We're not going to win anything. We're not going to go down. We're going to be a middle-of-the-road team. Biding our time until Loppy's sacked and hopefully get someone in who can do a job. But that was painful. Thank you for staying with us. Any final words, Nick?
Only that, obviously, everyone stay on, refresh your YouTube page thing. And I don't know how Gio's going to take 10 minutes talking about that game. That will be interesting to see. And obviously, we'll see you in that shirt on Sunday.
We'll see you soon.